Good morning, everybody. How's it going today? Hey,
Good morning, everybody.
Oops, I have a volume up there.
Hey, good morning, everybody. I had best this AM, yeah.
See, look at that. I hope nobody heard that because I just dropped it right away. Because it's irritated me.
Start chat.
There we go. I got it now.
Oh, there we go.
Take this down a little bit. Oh yeah, I did that right away, and then I gotta do this.
Hey, Wiley's 3D is live.
Hey, thanks.
Wow.
But somebody told me, hey, good morning, Hawk.
Good morning, Ben.
Or afternoon.
Yeah. No, better said, well, afternoon.
Yeah. There's the hangout. Anybody wants to join yet this morning? Another wonderful Sunday morning here, and it wasn't quite as cold as yesterday in Wisconsin. It was freaking butt-ass cold yesterday.
But no, we're not going to be doing a 24-hour stream today.
No, it won't let us anyways. Neither one of us are monetized.
Yeah.
So we can't anyways. So
stupid YouTube regulation.
Have to do 3 streams. Good morning, Matt. How you doing? How's that makerspace coming?
Hey, Matt, how you doing, buddy?
Hangout's right above you there if you want to pop in for a few.
Yeah. I'm a bit worried about your makerspace, Matt. After you get the shelves put on, you get the working desk put in, it might be a little bit too small.
Well, no matter what, it's going to be too small. It's just get me.
Oh. Rover's going to try to join.
Oh, all right.
Hey, that would be a one-time thing.
That'd be awesome, Rover. I'll try to join later. Okay. Yeah, we're going to be running 4 hours anyways. I got to see what time my uncle comes on. Oh, that's good. 10 printers at least.
Now, but I'm just wondering if he's going to have enough room for the studio too.
I wonder why it's not going to go live for me. I'm trying to work on a camera right now. It works. Yeah. Nope. Yeah, it should work. If this one doesn't work, you'll call my cell phone. And if it does work, you'll make it. Otherwise, you might have to jump into Discord.
I wonder if Clyde is going to be showing up today.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yep, you always got to buy more. That's a gimme too, you know. Buy more printers, always.
Before he buys more, he's going to have to build more.
Yeah. I sent Tom an invite this morning.
Tom?
Yeah, Filament Frenzy.
Ah, okay.
I private messaged him in Twitter. See if he'd pop in. Did you get that print done yesterday you were talking about, Don? That gold one, or is that the one that's printing right now?
Nah, the first 3 parts. This little round part here. And then there's this U-formed block.
Nice.
But it's got a lot of mounting holes. And this one here, this is one part of the elbow.
Yeah.
One of the parts that's on the bed right now, that'll be put on here. And then the other part that's being printed will come on the end of it. And that is then the forearm with the wrist part.
Okay.
And then I have one long part to print. That's the bicep that comes up and out. And this will be mounted on the bicep. This is then the mounting piece for the shoulder.
Okay. Looks a lot shinier on your printer than it does there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, just I wonder if it's the camera. Stick it in front of the camera in front of your printer.
Well, let's see now.
It looks a little better in that camera.
Yeah. Well, it's a little shiny, not too much.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
Yeah. All depends on the lighting.
Yeah.
But what is really strange, the mounting holes in here, they are not round.
Huh?
They are oval. They're
Oh, so whoever scaled that up didn't scale it up right. Hopefully everything's correct. That's why it's not why it's not round is because they didn't do an even scale on it.
yeah, that's a good question because this one's not round either, But what is really strange, it looks like I need at least M6 screws
Now,
to mount
that's the
everything.
thing with scaling shit up. You got to make sure you scale it up the right size, and then all the bolts are going to be different.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff you might hack off and have to redo.
Yeah. Well, it might be a good thing that I'm just printing one of the arms with the hand right now
Yeah.
so that I can check it out to see how everything goes together.
Yeah. I need somebody to make me a bolt quick. I cannot make a bolt, and I cannot find one. If anybody's in the chat that can do that.
Huh?
Hey, Rob. Good morning.
Robbie Mac, good morning. Hey, 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 hey. Here he is, the rover.
Hey, Rover. How's it going?
It's going okay. A
A
little tired. I've been up all night.
You're always up all night.
Yeah, almost time to do another 2-hour power sleep, huh?
Yeah, maybe about an hour. But I figured I'd let you guys take a look at how ugly I am.
You fit right in this crowd, Rover.
Yeah, this is a one-time thing that you're here, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
Figures you're on all the streams enough and everything. About time you show up to one.
well, this is basically a kind of testing.
Okay.
I'm doing the Google Hangouts, and I wanted to make sure everything was going to work okay on it.
Yeah. Well, that's also what this channel's for, is to make sure, so people make sure everything works good on their end and they get used to streaming and stuff. Because some people are nervous about getting on camera and stuff. So,
Well, one of the reasons I'm getting on is about 5 to 6 months ago, I sent a bunch of people to a YouTube channel and kind of fill you in on the story on that. A friend of mine here in town won the printer, and he been waiting and waiting and waiting, and we sent an email to the guy. He said it got returned. So what he was going to do is send us the printer and a Prusa Mark. I don't know if it's it's a Prusa i3, whether it's a Mark II or Mark III, don't know.
Yeah.
And it still hadn't arrived. Well,
Is
the
that
guy,
coming from a company?
from an individual.
You.
He quotes runs a business, but the song and dance I'm getting from him is the business kind of closed up because he lost his lease. And it's kind of funny that he said he sent the printers, yet tonight or last night he sent me 2 pictures, one of each one, of the 2 printers. So how could he have sent it when he said he did, when he could take a picture of it?
That's a
Unless
good.
he already had the pictures taken before he sent them. I don't know.
No, he said he lost his basically lost his internet. And these pictures were coming from his camera phone.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds like
And
this guy's a little shady.
yeah, and well, long story made short, I'm putting him to task as far as sending
You froze up.
card.
There you go. You're freezing up a little, Rover.
Okay, I've got him to agree to send Amazon card in U.S. currency.
Okay.
One to me and one to my friend. And seeing how I got, him all these subscribers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the bigger portion. And I talked to my friend, and he said he really didn't want a lot of money, just enough so he could get a few things. And we talked about it, and he agreed for 400. The guy was going to send me 800, but I sent him an email saying I'm I only need 700 for what I need.
Yeah.
That'll get me a decent printer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Damn, I wish I could get such an Amazon gift card.
Yeah, I bet, Don. But yeah, if it ends up not hey Dirk, if it doesn't work out, you're more than welcome to come on here and call them out.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know.
I with what I'm planning on doing, it's it's not going to hurt him physically or monetarily, but he's going to have a hard time getting back on YouTube.
There you go.
And well, as you know, I do a lot of searching for giveaways,
Yeah.
and I found another YouTube giveaway.
From him.
No, from a different guy. Guess whose YouTube video it was? It's someone you know. And one of the things that he likes doing is props.
Props. That sounds like the Broken Nerd.
No.
I'm trying to think. He does props. Oh, it ain't no.
Adam Savage.
No. He's a 3D printer. guy. Or, well, semi 3D printer. He's more into the prop making, but he's uses 3D printers to make his props.
No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I know several.
Uncle Jesse.
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah.
I saw that video on there, and saw his Uncle Jesse, and I was going through it, and saw the date of that the video was uploaded, saw the name. It didn't say Uncle Jesse. So I sent Uncle Jesse an email saying, "Hey, check this guy out. He stole your video."
Oh, he's using his video without
Yeah,
his permission?
yeah, just out and out stole it. And that's why any of the YouTube.
You're there? We lost him again.
Yeah, you froze up again.
Yeah. He'd be frozen. So we missed right up what was he saying?
Yeah.
About Uncle Jesse. You're still frozen there, Rover. Sorry about that.
I don't know why.
We're totally locked up. You might have to try to go out and come back in. Yeah, that's pretty shady using other people's videos.
Definitely.
You know, that's yeah, people like that need to be called out. And
Videos.
in out, barely coming through. You're real choppy, Rover. Oh, there you are. Now
Yeah.
you're moving again.
Now you're back.
I'm locked up. I'm not seeing any the Google Hangout.
Well, we can see you and hear you, and you're on YouTube, so you're still at.
Oh, okay, there we are. Blah. Well, anyway, any future YouTube giveaway, I will look to see if they're if it's an actual person or if they're using someone else's video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the
'Cause-
giveaways, when I start doing giveaways, I'm going to try to make sure I have the product so I can send it out. I mean, yeah, granted, some printers and stuff like that might be easier. That'll let somebody else ship out if I ever get that far.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's the law here for YouTube in Germany. If I want to make a giveaway, I have to have the product here. I can't say, for example, you're going to be receiving 3 rolls of filament from 1-3D. I can't say that, even if it's true. But the regulation for YouTube giveaway for me here in Germany, I have to have that product present. I have to show it in the video, what you're going to be receiving. And then I can make a giveaway for it.
Yeah, the Gleam site. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna give something away here pretty soon because I just hit 100 videos just recently, so I'm gonna do something.
And I know I'm going to have to do something at the 5,000 mark.
Yep.
Yeah.
Once I find a place to live, I don't know, do a giveaway. Make my life easier.
Oh, yeah. But I hope when the 5,000 point comes, I hope that I'm not living in this apartment too.
Yeah. But I don't know who's all out there. Once again, I need somebody to make me a bolt. About 110 millimeters long. A little bit bigger, under 14 millimeters, bolt and a couple nuts is what I need.
Yeah. Give away your Roger robot. No. That thing.
That's cool.
If I did that, then I would have to do that as a local giveaway within Germany, and then that person would have to come to pick it up.
No, just buy the robot a plane ticket. Get him a seat.
That would be it. That would be it.
I don't have a Delta printer though, Rover. Oh, your Johnny 5, yeah, that's big too.
Oh, that's nice, Hawk. 408 away from the 5K subs.
That's nice, yeah.
Or my Johnny 5. Oh, yeah. There might be a lot of people that would love to get that model.
I'm gonna find something to print here this morning.
But that would be expensive in the postage, too.
That's no good. I made some this morning, but it ain't big enough. I don't know how to stretch it out longer. Made a nut and a bolt this morning. Found it on Thingiverse, but this is as big as they get. It's this big.
Huh.
And I could do it with this, but but I don't know how to make it longer. I'd have to take it in Tinkercad and try to cut one apart and glue them together.
Yeah.
Oh, 3D Maker Kid. Hey, good morning. And Danzer.
That's six. How you doing?
Morning, everybody. How you doing this morning? God, I'm thinking of his name now. It's just spaced me right on.
Yeah, it's supposed to be end of March.
The kid. Just, where did you get? Think on Thingiverse, didn't you, Don?
Parts that I got, they were from YouTube channel, not YouTube, Facebook channel. That is explicit for the Johnny 5, but the parts that they have in there, that was a pain in the backside, because there were parts they were small, and then there were other parts they were large. And me and a buddy of mine, it took us 2 days to get those parts enlarged or make them smaller so that they would all be at one point, and then enlarge them so that I could get this model printed. But for anybody that is interested in printing that Johnny 5, you can find my contact information on my channel. Just send me an email, because I have all the parts uploaded in my Google Drive, so all I have to do is just send a link so that you can download it.
Give up a lot.
And then you'll have a Johnny 5 that is 70 centimeters tall.
No, this is what I want, quick. That is not what I want. What the hell do I do with it now?
Everyone hyped for the Fit KB tonight.
What's tonight?
Fit KB. Don't know what that is.
Yeah, orange. Yeah, what is that? I got something caught in my damn throat now. 3D Maker Kid, what is that? Oh, yeah.
Fun in the country basement. Sorry.
Yeah, abbreviations. We're not that good with them.
Nice. I just need to know to figure out how to make the laser. Yeah. Well, I was thinking about that too, but with the part that I have there, you know, it's in two parts. You can open it so that you could put something like a red panel in that slot on the front side, and then you could have some kind of a LED going back and forth, you know, to look like as if it was the laser.
Yeah.
But I would not suggest putting a real laser in there.
Why not?
That could be dangerous.
Yeah, there you go. I'd like to spend myself a flight, but I got to drive.
It'd be nice if somebody would sponsor me a flight ticket.
Yeah, it'd be nice if we all had that.
Yeah. I would enjoy coming to Murph.
Ask some rich guys tonight. Some rich guys tonight on the basement. Ask them guys.
Yeah.
Oh. But anyways, what's everybody doing today? Any printing going on? Did you get your computer yet? You get that set up and running? Or put together? I know you were building one. You said you were supposed to be getting the parts last week, I thought. There you go.
Going by
Yeah, there you go. I'm building it.
Amazon gift card.
Oh, okay, that's cool. I'll get everything all set up so you don't have to run around looking for stuff. Try to make sure everything's laid out and ready to go.
Yeah.
You ain't running around trying to find stuff. I still can't get that whatever nut out of my throat.
That's you're building it on the Fun in the Country basement tonight, yeah?
Sandcastle. There you go, Robbie.
Sandcastles with the grandson.
Yeah. You have steps.
Uh-huh.
Now you built mine. I ordered all the parts off of eBay and Craigslist. Right? I found my video card on eBay, but the freaking guy was just down the road from me, a couple towns over, about 20 miles away probably. I got my video cards from. And that was back before the Bitcoin crap when they went up to $1 million a piece. Because, you know, then you just can't afford crap anymore. I suppose I could come to the hardware store today. Post some. Yeah, man. Or pocket knife. God darn it, man. Can't believe nobody makes nuts and bolts, like even customize. Oh, I wonder if I can customize that. I should go back and look at that. I don't like this guy. Where's that other one I had? It'll be on the next page.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, darn it. Now, where the hell did he go?
Hey, Mike, you know what?
Nope.
I got to go and lay down a little bit.
You're gonna go lay down.
Yeah, you know, I'm not feeling too good.
Uh-oh. Don's gonna leave me today.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
better get feeling better. Uh-oh. Don's gonna leave. Hey, good morning, Dee.
Hey, Danny. No, but I'll try to jump into that.
Yeah. All right. Well, get feeling better.
Good morning.
Good morning. How's Pooch doing this morning?
Sitting here looking at everybody.
Yeah.
Dog.
Try to find, or I'd say, screw here. This guy's got everything but goes up to 80 M12.
You keep calling them taking calls. It's freaking flat.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's hearing my wife bitch at you now.
I hit your next message so you understand.
Wow.
Oh, you
Well, I'm getting an ass full over there.
What's the matter, buddy? You get in trouble?
Oh, there was a dog. At least it was a dog, not you.
Yeah. Yeah, I was a dog getting in trouble.
That's good. Better dog than you.
I've been in the doghouse enough. I don't need it anymore.
I was looking for your stream this morning, Tom.
Yeah, I didn't do it.
Yeah, I see
I
that.
don't think I'm gonna. It's too early. Nobody shows up, and there's no real interest. So
I'd show up.
yeah, it's like 3 people show up every day.
Yeah. Well, the more you do it, the more constant. You know, that's the thing that you just got to keep on.
Yeah, it's just too early in the morning,
Yeah.
more than anything.
Yeah, unless you get these guys here from out of other countries, you know.
Yeah, but even then, it's I could start doing it, but then I'd be stealing your time slot, and why bother? I was just doing it as a goof, anyways.
Morning, Joe. How's it going?
Oh, look, my
Anybody
laundry
else wants to
basket.
jump
I gotta
in?
put my laundry away.
We've
Come
got,
on, baby, heat up.
we got Rover, and we got Dee, and we got Tom on this morning. The infamous Rover has joined the live stream club. I don't like that app. I really do not like it. I guess I will take it into, where is it? Oh, I don't have one open. Oh, we'll do it right here. Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
You make me a nut and bolt real quick.
What size?
I need it under 14 millimeters, and I need it about 110 mil long. I just don't know how to do it, man. I've been trying since
Fusion will actually do it for you.
Huh?
What do you need the head size to be?
I don't care. That I don't care. You can just have it thumb screws, you know. This is the biggest I
14
can
millimeter,
you know.
14 millimeters diameter.
Under 14, because I want a little bit of play in there, because it's like 14.25 the hole is.
So you want it at 14 then?
Yeah, it can be, I guess. Yeah, I can always file holes out of it. It's a little stiff. And
You can always, if it's too tight, you can always shrink it in the slicer a little too.
yeah,
As long as you do both the nut and bolt. Actually, no, the threads won't match.
yeah. I tried. I mean, I just would have had to add so much to this that nut would have been all kinds of goofy. You know.
Yeah. It takes like 2 seconds in Fusion.
Yeah, I tried. I don't know Fusion, and I was messing with it this morning. I couldn't even find out how to do it. I couldn't even get nothing on the screen. I'm like, phew.
Believe it or not, it actually has a setting for just doing threading.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. But I don't know.
Is it an axle or something where you want it actually a smooth face?
No, it doesn't matter. It's just to put my 2 eyeballs together here for my robot.
Yeah, let me. Where's it actually going?
It's going right here. It's joining the two eyeballs together.
So you actually need it more than 100 meters long.
Yeah,
It's 100
110.
millimeters. It's trapping.
110, because that one there was 80 and it just about came through. So, hey, 110, 120. I guess we'd make it long. Just let me see how far this went through. Is
Pretty polygon. Circumference polygon.
I'll just put it over here. Be back sometime Friday. All right. I wonder how far down that is. Because this one, like I say, was 80. Throw it out. And yeah, it needs, just to get level, it needs 6.25 just to get level. So that'd be 80.
What's that? What?
86 is level, so that whatever the depth of the 86 millimeters is level. So whatever the thickness of the bolt is, that's why I was saying like 110 should work.
Got you. So you need to trap 86 inches.
The thread actually want 80 or 110 because it can be a little bit long. That's fine with me. I'd rather have it a little bit long than a little bit short, you know. So from here, where the hell am I?
What do you actually have to trap? What's the spacing of the trap? What do you,
from top to bottom, you mean?
I'll figure the head and bolt distance. Just give me the actual trapping distance. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah, the inside from end to end where the bolts are. 86.34.
So 90 inches.
Yeah. That works. Good morning. And people, how you doing this morning? I can get rid of this damn Tinkercad. I don't like Tinkercad. Doesn't do nothing. What we got running here right now? Ooh, I like that one too. Really what I'm going to do is I want to make this one, these eyeballs for Murph, I want them on a platform, and then have it so they can control them up and down and eyeballs and eyelash.
Yeah, I can't see you and draw at the same time.
Yeah.
Edit. Like that.
And then be able to run off an Adreno and a few servos.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. You gonna jump in this morning, people? Somewhere above you. I don't know where I put it. I'll throw it in there again. Come on.
105. Okay, what happened?
What do I got?
It's not 105. That looks like 15. That's because it did. It made it 15.
I'm ready for it. You ready for a nap? What time did you get up, Robbie?
Great.
Hell, I've been up since, I don't know, 1:30. I got here around 3:30. Wood Rover. All 19 videos. Edit them videos. I hate editing videos, that's why I do this now. And plus, it's really hard to shoot a video here. I don't have enough room. I don't know where all my crap is. Yeah. 6:30. What time do you usually get up? Frame and Ellie's. Even when I'm on vacation, I'm up before that. I guess I'm always on vacation now, but. But I don't know. what are we going to do today? Well, I got to get that going. Turn on the bolts again. Once I get it from
What am I doing?
suppose I could have done this here done. I do have to crimp these ear ends on. Just grab out of my way. Just down a little bit. There we go. I don't know what I did with my crimper, so then I had to do little pieces. Yeah, I don't have enough of these ends for finishing this, but they're supposed to be here last week and they didn't show up. And so it's close. Only our two there. Good, good, good. Hello. I wonder what's in this bottom drawer. These do actually work with the crimping tool. Yeah, it is in the bottom drawer. Hot darn. I can remember what size. I'm making figure out. Okay, this is a wide side. So wire's got to come in from that way. Put this in. Right about there. It's just not going to grab it. Damn it. I'm putting it in there upside down. That's like dummy. I put it in there the right side up, right? At least I think I am. Straight. There we go. That helps a little bit when you put it in the right way. I'm gonna just make sure that we're in the right area here. Oh, I don't. That stuff's gonna fit around that. I'll trim a little bit off there. A little bit of hair off this bad boy. Oh, come on. I think not Friday after work. Got in Saturday. And got sleep.
Anybody need some vinyl decals?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he does vinyl decals. If anybody needs them, I think that's what Robbie Mack does too. He does vinyl work. I think, right, Rob?
There's a
What's
roll.
Oh man, that didn't work out. That didn't work. I'll start over here.
So Tom, I got this thing working. I don't know if you were. I don't think you had been in the streams since I was still fighting with it.
Hey, Collins.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, was Colin in here now too? Hey, what's up, dude?
Hey. So interestingly,
Oh,
we
yeah,
were talking about this yesterday. There's a color shift, and we think that in that blue PETG that you liked.
Yeah.
Which we were trying to figure out whether it was due to annealing because it was close to the heat bed or just moisture absorption. But it actually looks better over time, which is really cool.
Yeah, it is. Or,
So I guess, is TK around? I guess not. Mike, you printed his dragon, or the Chinese dragon at one point, right?
yeah, which one?
I don't know. I was trying. I don't know which one I want to print, but I was going to ask you which. I thought there was only one that was the Chinese dragon. But But I was asking, I was wondering how long the print takes.
This one here?
Let's see. Sure.
Yeah. Gosh, I don't remember.
Okay.
I want to say, I think it was around 12. I think.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I think, but I'm not sure. But I don't remember if I made this one bigger or what I did.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's this one. Yeah, this dragon too.
Oh, that's kind of cooler.
Yeah.
It looks like it requires lots of support, though.
Yeah, this one you need some support over here for the legs.
Yeah.
That side. A little bit down here. I
Yeah.
didn't have enough support, so he's missing a leg there, and there's some of his toes, or I guess his toes are there, but mostly just that leg.
Okay.
But
I was looking for a print to do because I finally got the. I was messing with Octoprint the other day with Octolabs. I think I finally got it sorted out, and I actually have lighting to make it work.
Oh, there you go.
Desktop lighting. There you go. And so I figured I'd try and print something. But I've got this whole list of things I need to do. I need to come up with a good sort of filament filament threading mechanism, some kind of a thing that hangs off of the 2040 that I can just thread filament through, which seems obvious and easy to make, but I'm sure someone else has already done it. And I feel stupid for having reinvented the wheel, yet I can't seem to find any that meet that requirement. The same thing is true of the Prusa, right? You've got a thing where you're just clipping onto the frame, like they have with their spool holder. But all you really need is a thing to just manage filament coming out of, say, a dry box or something. Same problem.
Yeah, they have a lot of them filament dry boxes.
Oh, I have it. I designed a dry box. It's not the dry box that I'm thinking about. It's the mechanism to, guide a filament guide that mounts onto the 2040 that I was looking for.
Okay, all right. You ain't Bowden tube, are you?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I could run Bowden from on this setup. I could run Bowden from the dry box to the extruder itself, just replacing the sensor cap component with the one that they designed for use with the MMU2, which I probably will do, but I still need to come up with a filament guide for the Prusa. Well, no, maybe I could do the same thing on the Prusa. I don't know. Decisions.
Yeah. There's always them. Oh, the guy on the screen. Which guy on the who?
I think you're the guy on the screen.
Oh, no, I think he's talking about Deep.
Oh no, I had you locked on the screen.
What?
Hey, Nut and Bolt are uploaded to Thingiverse. Just look for Wiley's Robot.
Oh, it's on what? Where is it?
Thingiverse. Just go on Thingiverse.
Oh,
It's easier to just upload it there and you can download it.
Yeah.
And just trying to email it around.
Yep. No, that's fine. I follow you anyways. Things like sure.
So it's a slip bolt. Just so you know.
Okay.
It's 13 7/8, a little more, a little less. 13 7/8 diameter with a 12 millimeter threaded nut and bolt on the head. You'll see what I mean.
Okay.
And it should catch everything without a problem.
I don't know. This is where I go. No, that's not where I go. How the hell?
Is it drawn in the back line? Yeah, I guess it is. Just
That is not
flat.
what I'm looking for.
Rather it be too tight and not tight enough.
I'll do it with you guys. History things. There we go.
That should do it for you.
Yeah, you got a nut for it?
Yeah, they're both there.
Oh, okay, there you go. Thank you.
And if you print those with no supports, they might get a little hairy on the threads, but they actually should work better. All you got to do is when you, before you go to mount it, just thread them together slowly and, turn it in, back it off, turn it in, back it off, turn it in, back it off. And just do it, a couple of dozen times and it should thread right up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I actually had to make it 104% to get one to screw onto the one that I had. So, we'll see. We'll print it like this.
You shouldn't have to adjust that at all. You should be able to print it at full everything. I mean, depending on your printer setup too. So people don't realize threading is so odd. If you can get the perfect settings for the perfect material for the perfect thing for your printer, you can print threads all day long with whatever overhang you want and no supports.
Yeah.
Some people, if they don't have their printer set up right, you can't print threading at all. It just becomes a hairy mess.
Yeah,
I've printed them before.
little
So.
setting also.
There we go.
Are you using Simplify 3D or Cura?
Cura.
I would do like 5 or 6 shells minimum.
Yeah.
And do the alternating shell with Cura. Do you have the alternating shell turned on?
I don't think so. Never heard of that one.
Oh, you want the alternating, especially with anything mechanical. It basically takes the infill and every other layer, it adds a shell that overlaps the infill. So it locks the two of them together.
What
it makes it super strong, and you know how they break on the layer line? It makes it a lot harder to break on the layer lines and stuff too.
No.
It's in you got the latest greatest Cura?
Well, I don't have 5. I don't want to mess with it either.
Now. Oh, let's see, where is it? It's under the. You'll have to open it up. Come on, Cura. God, I wish Cura would load faster.
Yeah, sometimes it's material.
Well, I have it so it does load faster, but I hacked it to do it, and it's still slow.
Yeah,
that's partially my computer, not the thing.
Yeah. Okay, I just got the top and bottom all.
My computer's an antique. Apple just said I can't install the newest OS.
Therefore,
says my computer's too old.
Yeah, I haven't tried to install Mojave on mine, but it should work, I hope. I'm guessing it's going to be the last upgrade I'm going to be able to do on this thing, though.
What? You got a Mac too, don't you?
I got a 2012 MacBook.
Yeah, mine's a 2010.
Yeah, you're screwed.
Yeah.
I lost upgradability on my 2008 MacBook Pro 2 releases ago, I think.
Yeah, which doesn't make any sense because it really kind of irks me because my 2010 Mac Mini is way faster, way more powerful, way everything over my mother's brand new Mac Mini.
Yeah, they've not done a good job with the spec bumps recently. That's for sure.
It's under the quality tab, Wally.
Under quality, okay.
All right, I got sort of sidetracked. I went looking for the robot you mentioned, and got looking at people's comments on my parts that I had published.
Alternating well. Actually, it's all the way down to the shell one. If you open up the visualize settings,
okay,
go to the shell.
Towards the bottom.
Not optimize. Alternate extra wall is what you want.
Okay, I'm looking for it.
You got all the top and bottoms, your alternate wall, outer wall before inner walls, and then it's alternate extra wall.
Alternate extra wall. Alright.
You want to turn that on.
I got it on. Now I gotta find it over here. Check it.
It'll increase your print time by about 10 or 15%, but it's well worth it.
Yeah, that don't matter.
No, I know. Some people cry about the print time.
Yeah,
it does. Just that one extra loop adds a lot of time.
Yeah, all right.
But I would definitely print with like 4 top, 4 bottom, and 4 shells with the alternating extra wall.
4 shells, and then I should.
And hopefully it won't split then.
There are a lot of Wally robots on here.
Yeah, but they're not, none of them are full size. Oh, I can leave this at 1 because it can top and bottom's at 5 when it's at 1 millimeter. Yeah.
Yeah, tolerances will get messy as you scale these things up.
Too
I
many
guess.
is better than not enough.
Yeah.
Mad Bag 8, how's it going? What's I guess I need to put it on here, don't I? Before I try
Oh, slicing it? Yeah, it would probably.
Yeah. It helps a little sometimes. You should have seen the one I did yesterday.
There's something vibrating on my printer, and I can't figure out what the hell it is. It's like a new thing.
There are also apparently tons of 2040 filament guides.
Let's prepare that. Hopefully I don't crash my stream doing this prepare crap. Oh yeah, and I still got Fusion open. I should shut that down. Oh yeah, that's up to quite a bit there. I wonder if I should put that on a raft or not. Probably, huh?
What's that?
But I wonder if I should put that on a raft or not.
Still can't hear you. I got my TV way low.
That bolt? I wonder if I should put that on a raft.
No.
Oh, okay. I was going to take a look at it quick.
I would put a brimmer on it and cut it off after.
Oh.
And I tapered it for easy start, too.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So it should, you don't have that problem starting it. Everyone just leaves it.
Yeah.
It's kind of a gnarly trick to do in Fusion because people don't realize how to do it, but it's actually easy once you learn how.
Yeah. Oh, Jake come in? Hey, Jake. I missed you, buddy. Sorry about that.
Jesus, we got a whole big group in here today.
Yeah, they're coming in. I mean, I don't know how many are here right now. I don't even know where it's at. All right, I think I'm gonna try to speed this up a little bit.
For your final update comes around, go to distrowatch.org and get Linux for it.
Nope. Been there, done that. Can't do Linux. It's way above and beyond my brain power. My brother, I don't have to do that. I can just go to, because my brother works at Red Hat. So if I wanted Linux, I could just get him to hack it into it for me and get Red Hat.
I don't know if there are many Linux distributions for Mac hardware.
Well,
Mac
is Linux. You don't need a distribution. You can just use the terminal. Macs
sure. Well,
Linux.
I mean, Macs are. I mean, Mac OS is basically NetBSD anyway. But
yeah.
No, you need a distribution because nobody seriously uses Colors GZ anymore.
Yeah, but you can go right in. My brother comes here and he goes right in through my terminal and does whatever he wants.
Oh, sure. Well, like I said, I mean, Mac OS is basically NetBSD under the hood. So yeah, that's why I have a Mac, so that I can sit there with a terminal and get work done.
Yeah.
But to the extent that you have an old MacBook that you can no longer upgrade after Mac OS becomes useless, in that you can't run new programs on it, new releases just don't show up for it, then it might be worthwhile.
I need to upgrade it anyways. It's. I mean, the graphics card is ancient. It's actually one of the motherboard graphics cards, so It's only got an 8. It's maxed out at 8 gig of RAM. I mean, it needs to be replaced. The thing's freaking, pushing what, 8, 9 years old.
Yeah.
The problem is it runs fine, and it's actually faster than the new hardware. I'd have no problems buying a new Mac right now if they had something out there that was worth buying.
Yeah, they haven't produced a good piece of hardware since 2012, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, they haven't done anything. They've devoted everything to their stupid phones.
They had one MacBook that came out after the one that I bought that I would have considered. That is the second generation Retina display MacBook.
Yeah.
The rest of them, touch bar, I don't care. It looks like a pain in the ass.
Gizmo, just a gadget.
A touchscreen display would be kind of cool. There was somebody, I think Asus came out with a touchscreen touchpad, which is that is a touchpad that is also a screen, which seems like a neat little innovation, much more useful than a touch bar.
You know what I should do is just pay you and have you freaking build me, because you're not smart enough. You could build me a Hackintosh.
Sure. Do you want? Oh, no, they're great. Well, I could
physically build it. I couldn't code it to get it to run.
Well, see, that's the thing. I played around with the Hackintosh project code a couple of years back, and it was okay. I haven't looked at it after the most recent 2 or 3 Mac OS releases. Basically, the way that works is you have to have a distribution of the OS that you want to deploy, and then you modify certain libraries in that distribution, and then perform the installation from that modified distribution, which of course requires that you acquire that distribution, which is not so easy anymore now that you have to actually download it rather than have it on disk. I mean, you can emulate it. You can emulate it, and you can burn it to a disk and so on. It's just more of a pain in the ass than it used to be.
I just put it on an SD card.
Right.
I get access to all kinds of stuff. Right up until this last one, I beta tested for Apple. I beta tested all the OSs.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I have access to all of them. I just can't run it on this computer.
Yeah. But no, for people who don't own Macs, you can't easily get a hold of the OS, or you can't as easily get hold of it as you used to be able to. You can still download it as long as I think you need to do a browser emulation and some other things, but it gets a little hinky.
Why is the frickin' support not sticking at all?
Doesn't want to.
But to answer your question, no, I have not used any of the more recent Hackintosh codes, so I'm not sure how well they've kept up with it, or if they've kept up with it. That project has gone through ebbs and flows of great participation, very little participation, and then it ramped up again for a while. I don't know what its status is now, though.
One more time.
This thing just does not want to print freaking
What?
supports. Everything else is printing beautiful. The supports are just rolling up and falling apart. Back to not liking PETG. If I just doing this in PLA, it would be fine.
I'm going to go and take a printer also. And hopefully a Wally bot. If I could get enough filament or a sponsor or something to get it rolling.
I wonder if I could print this without supports and just have it bridge. I wonder if it would just bridge.
What distance are we talking about?
8-10 millimeters.
Oh yeah, that'll manage that.
It's a weird shape with a couple holes in it. The holes are the problem because it can't bridge the hole.
Oh yeah, well.
There's a hole in the middle of the bridge.
Right. The solution there was something that I can't remember who came up with it. I think it might have been Devin, or I think it was Devin who came up with the solution of having a one-layer closed surface at the bottom of what would otherwise be a hole to facilitate bridging. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think I've seen that.
Yeah.
Uncle Jesse does something weird too, like that.
Hey, Trigger, what's going on?
I don't want to use Cure because it'll fill in the hole, and I don't want it to fill in the hole because then I can't get the freaking sports out at all.
Yeah, just about, huh?
Let's cancel this. Cancel.
I don't live with my mom, no. I live in a field, remember?
All right, I really need to publish my AM8 build too.
How can you make it? You know that?
You don't live with his mom. It's someplace. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sports. What if I just make really big supports? If it'll actually print them.
How you doing today? You out on the road or what you doing? They are usually on the road. You're usually on the road. Are you on the road or no? Hey, Robbie or John. John Mack's in the house. A little bit of everybody today.
Let's see if I can actually bring up the YouTube comments here.
Yeah, that's nice to have once in a while.
It is, you know, actually responding to people in a sane way and that kind of thing, you know.
Yeah, I got too many other things running on the screen. I can't even see what the hell's going on.
Yeah, that's why you cut it out. You cut the chat out and put it on your screen where your video is.
Yeah. And then my computer goes, oh, screw you. I'm too old and tired for that crap.
Yeah, you can have that once in a while.
My biggest problem is actually the graphics card on this thing. It's just so outdated.
I don't want a white. I want it black.
I know it's gonna be black.
Hey, Papa Top, good morning.
Good morning. Hello, everyone.
Hey,
Good morning.
Everybody but Don today. Don's sick. He
we got
was.
Vince, we got Robbie, we got John.
Yeah, they're all coming in.
Everybody's here.
I don't know why.
Jake.
Right? Alright, there we go.
App Pupil and Mad Mike. Jeez, we got everybody.
I know.
Look at this.
Coming out of the woodwork today.
I wonder if I just put new tape on here, if it would hold.
Yeah, tape hopes.
Tape is kind of getting old.
I'm still pleased with my TPU Octopus. That came out remarkably well for no effort. All right.
I messed them up, didn't I? That's all right.
Let's go look at TK's Dragons and which one we want to put.
Turn it down.
Oh, I'd like to see.
Yeah, I'll just turn it down. It's so hard to hear. I figured I was getting loud. With everybody coming in. What am I looking for?
You got that started yet?
Just put a little bit of shrink tape on here. Good tape. Yeah, it did. What did we lose now? Rover took off on us? Rover's gone.
Did we lose a Rover?
Rover on here, huh? The infamous Rover.
Rover rolled over.
All right, now what?
Something else.
I'll find that little rib on here. Because that's what I made positive. I believe so.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there it is. All right. Gizzy. Robbie's on vacation. Are you on vacation, John?
Holy crap. Look at all these people.
Yeah, we got a little bit of everybody in here, I'm telling you. There's a little bit of
I
everybody.
really need my glasses for this. Let's see what the hell I'm doing.
That'd be good. How we need.
Blue tape, blue tape, blue tape.
Huh.
Everyone likes all that other crap, and I probably should use, I don't know, something else with the PETG, but I got blue tape, so that's what I'm using.
I didn't even look at this, see if it was working or not. That's all right. We don't need to look at it, right? Have faith. He just went to sleep, people.
So what was wrong with the German? Anyways, what the hell's his name? Why can't I think of his name? The German.
Don.
Huh?
Don. What?
Yeah, John. I know his name. I just couldn't think of it at the time.
Was he here and left, or what happened?
Oh, TK will be in a little later. He's always in later. TK is. Donnie gets sick.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, he said he wasn't feeling good. So
And new print surface.
he said he was going to go lay down for a little while. Had too much streaming and stuff yesterday, I think. You know?
Yeah, you guys were on for what, another hour or 2 hours after I took off?
Well, he streamed for 8 hours, or just about 8 hours, till YouTube pretty much kicked him off.
Well, I was pretty exhausted by the time I took off, so.
Yeah.
And you guys were on for quite a while after that, so. And I'm a young guy by comparison.
Yeah, no, I know. My wife doesn't understand, This does get a little bit exhausting once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exhausting sitting here doing nothing. It actually can be exhausting.
Yeah.
No, but you still must dance like monkey. Entertain the crowds. Are you not entertained?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
And we do have a
Sure, I'm
track,
totally entertained.
so we could just everybody watch it. P's and Q's a little bit.
Issues with his pooper. Who's pooper?
Oh, did I say? Okay, sorry.
No, you're fine, but I'm just saying that there is a kid in the room.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I'm sure there's a couple, but
Well, what's going on in the chat? I actually opened up the chat.
there you go.
Hey, there's little Munchkin.
I got the volume down on this one.
And oh, come on. And I messed this one up, so I'm going to have to cut them both off. Yeah, no problem, Rover. It was great having you on. Great seeing you for once. That was cool. Come back anytime you want, man. I'm here 4 days a week. Ricky's around, but he doesn't do this. And then we got Don. Ow! I hate when I do that. Stick yourself with a poker.
Well, don't stick yourself with a poker.
It sucks, man.
Then you don't have to hate it.
Here comes the blood. I F this one up. They're a little too crampy. And you can't get the center out now. The centerpiece that's supposed to come out ain't coming out. I have to read
What
it.
printer is that?
Was nice.
Like an is
Face.
that an Ender?
Who were you
Yeah,
talking
it
about?
was. That was great.
On Wiley's.
Yeah.
How do those
What's
part
fine?
cooling fans actually work? I've been looking at buying one of those. Are they loud? And do they work well?
The Enders?
Yeah, that stock part cooling fan.
Yeah, I changed mine out on the Ender. Ah, damn it. I squished this one really bad. I can't fix it. Start over.
The camera kicks over to Colin, and all you see is his furry little arm in the very bottom corner.
I haven't said anything.
He's almost
Shouldn't be
as
taking over
furry as
me
I
at
am.
all.
Okay,
Almost as what?
Darn
Oh,
close.
furry.
Let's try to print.
Okay.
Print.
Bed
heating.
Ben, all right, Collins. Or Ben. There's another one. I printed a bunch, or ordered a bunch of these, and they're supposed to be in last week. They didn't come in, so I can't finish it. I figured I got these out, I might as well do it quick. Do it is not here yet. I like this.
So here's, I was looking for the a Mark III filament guide, and I came across this guy's revised Mark III extruder X carriage. This has been designed to address issues that I feel exist with the default Mark III extruder. But at no point in these instructions, and there is another 5 paragraphs, at no point in the instructions does he tell you what the issues were that he felt he needed to resolve.
Hang on, guys. Somebody's wrong. Hello? Okay. Okay, middle of a live stream. I'm in the middle of a live stream. All right, call me later. Bye. She must not be on her computer. She knows, there goes one like blowing a balloon.
I just had to do that because it was fun. Oh, I haven't even looked at it.
Yeah, it's coming out. That's good. All right.
Okay.
She called and made me lose my part. I'm back. What did I? Yeah. No breaking up
today. Cleanly. Wow, what is that noise? Oh, I think I figured out what noise. That's not all of it.
And that looks better. Now we can just get this stuffed in there. Give it a little twist. Take off a little bit more, I think.
It is like turning out to be a really nice day out. Oh, I got to put laundry outside. Crap. It's already 10 o'clock. All right, I'll be back. I'm not even going to disconnect. I'm going to just leave it running.
Okay.
Got to throw some laundry.
There we go. Oh, I got it. What are you trying to do to that today, Collins?
Well, I was going to start a print that I was going to use as a demo print using the Octo apps that I got sorted out yesterday.
Oh.
But I've gotten sidetracked looking at filament guides. So I'll get to it eventually. The other thing I want to do is see if I can come up with a version 1.1.9 Marlin config that does more or less what I have going right now, and maybe tweak the Marlin config I have right now, because I'm still not extruding enough plastic in the filament load and unload steps.
Yeah.
It doesn't quite get all the way down in one step, so you end up having to extrude more and extrude more to get to where you want to be. So it's just a little bit of refinements here and there.
Mm.
But I still haven't managed to find coffee yet, so I'm not doing so well.
Hmm. All right, I think that's gonna stay on there. I hope. Because I don't want to squeeze it again with that other one. It's too hard. If you had a little machine that would do this for you, just stick it in there, pop that baby right on there, snickers, right on there, it goes. And what I do with my stuff again. I know I didn't put it away, that ain't like me. If I would have put it away, then I'd see it, right? Just snap, man. And put it somewhere. Don't leave your seat and you lose stuff. I hate that. There we go. All right. I like. Okay. Piece of red again. That's good. That's all right. I don't know. Ma always seems to do that. Forgets that I live stream on Sunday. She calls me just about every week on Sunday. If she doesn't call, then she pops in the chat because she knows that I stream on Sundays. I guess that's that old timers, right? I think Robbie has a little of that old timers, don't you? All right. Now let's see if this works. Yeah, I hear you, brother. Man, I bet you I messed these both up. Because, yeah, I bet you I did. Son of a bugger. Yeah, that's what I need. I love that. Whose ring is that? Must be Llama's, huh?
Presumably. That's about as annoying a ring as I've ever heard.
And I have, yeah.
But I guess it's effective.
Effective and annoying.
Yeah, but it was funny. It was a little annoying, but funny. Gosh darn, that was funny. I just, this doesn't work. I'm going to be just stupid mad. Absolutely stupid mad. I swear they're going this way. They got to go this way. That one went in. This must not have this one stripped far enough. So now I need some more red. Damn it. Gotta cut a little bit of this wire off. Come on off. You dirty little bugger. Come on. Come on. There we go. I think I got it. take me the whole day just to freaking put a wire connector on. Dang it. That's not funny. That really torqued me. Just a little bit. Kind of back a little bit more. And up there. Get. Come on. Dang it. Some days nothing just wants to work with you, you know? No matter how hard you try, just won't freaking go. There, now I got it off. There we go. Just big. Again, third time's a charm. That's where it is.
All right, that was fun. Not.
You missed a phone call.
I did.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what was my which one?
The annoying one with the carnival clown beep.
Yeah.
Ian. My
Carnival, all right.
nephew-in-law, I guess you'd call him.
We all got to sit here and listen to that. That was funny, actually. I don't think Collins liked it, but I don't think he likes much of anything. Do you, Collins?
I am a curmudgeon to beat all curmudgeons. I hate everything and all.
There you go.
I was gonna say everything and all people, but I don't hate all people. I just hate everything.
He's a Scrooge. I knew it.
That's right.
That should fit. It better fit. All right. I'm sick.
Good.
What is?
Good man. Mm.
I mean, how the hell does it not fit even less? I don't understand how that one fit in there and this one doesn't. LOL. I trim her back a little bit. I don't want to trim her back too far.
Mm.
I don't know what the hell kids are doing today. 17, when you coming home? Never, you don't knock it off. It's so close, man.
Sure. You can bring some. I don't have any cash on me, but I can get it. Anyways, I'll see you guys when you get here. Later. Sweet.
Payday?
Oh, my nieces and nephews are coming down to make me dinner. I'm very happy about that.
Can't go wrong with that.
Well, actually, you can because they're
Really bad cooks.
no, it's just they have my nephew-in-law, I guess you'd call him, my niece's husband, has allergies up to yin yang and can't eat bread and can't eat, he's
Oh,
so
yeah. These are
half
the
the
kind of
stuff
people
he makes is kind of gross.
these are the kind of people you can't invite over. Yeah.
Yeah, and they come and make dinner because they know we don't eat like that, so they bring their own food and make dinner, which is fine. I mean, you know what, whatever.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it's edible. It just,
It's edible, it just tastes like
more
crud.
like oatmeal patties.
So in Thingiverse, how do you find the list of people that you follow?
Under your analytics, I can't say the word.
And some prints, a robot, hopefully, a robot head.
Is it like inside my profile somewhere?
I don't know who's all going there.
And then you click on following.
Followers, following. Okay, got it. I figured it would be in the main menu somewhere, but no.
No,
Okay.
you gotta go digging for it.
trying to help you out, Jake, or people.
Honestly, that's the only reason I still use Thingiverse over like My Mini Factory. I kind of like My Mini Factory better. But the tracing, the following, the analytics, the you know, all the information is there on Thingiverse. It's not there on My Mini Factory.
Huh.
Yeah, I know. My wife's trying to wreck it too. She wants to go with.
I was annoyed with the first thing I did on my mini factory was my pinhole camera holder, which was basically just two prongs that fit on top of a tripod mount. And I did this like the day before the full eclipse back just like a year or so ago.
You think solar free?
And
so you were too late because it takes a week for them to
It took them like half a day or more for them to review the thing, at which point there was no point. It was
you realize they don't actually review it. They actually print it. They make that's what I like about them. Every single thing on My Mini Factory is printable and verified printable.
I didn't realize they
a copy of it to make sure it's printable.
That seems like not a very cost-effective strategy.
Well,
unless they just want lots of prints of things.
Well,
I would think
they actually have a program where they have people that, like, they just opened up the program again. I just got an email that says you want to be one of those people that test prints for us.
Oh, okay.
And it's mostly volunteers.
Right. Okay. So that makes sense. Otherwise, they'd be spending a lot of money on filament for nothing.
Yeah, do they send you filament or anything? Test all that crap?
No.
They pay you?
Nope. No pay, no nothing. It's a volunteer basis. It's mostly they're people like me. I have a few items that are only up there because I charge for them. They're like $2. Matter of fact, I don't think I actually have them up there. I think I took the money off of them because they weren't even there was zero interest.
Yeah.
So I stopped charging for them. But I had a couple things up there that were, chargeable, and it's mostly their guys that are charging. The other thing you can do that'll clear it faster, if you print it and post it with a picture of the print, then it'll go through faster.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've never put anything on My Mini Factory.
Yeah, I actually like it better in some ways, but there's no info on it. You can't like right now I uploaded this here thing, the Pumpkin King for Fun King. Okay. This is actually my highest ever download to view ratio. It's like 99% of the people who view it download it. It's usually much less than that. It's usually like 50%.
Yeah, but you got to have more than
you just trying to call me back again
to make a statement like that.
But it gives me all the info on my Thingiverse, where My Mini Factory doesn't yet. Now, supposedly they're supposed to be integrating that.
It does.
Which, it's kind of important, especially if you want to sell stuff on there, because you can charge on My Mini Factory.
You do get that information on Thingiverse. It's in the lower left corner. You got to scroll.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Right,
Thingiverse
that's
has all kinds of information. How many downloads? How many views per day? How many downloads per day? How many downloads per item per?
No.
I mean, there's all kinds of info on Thingiverse.
Yeah.
Which isn't there on My Mini Factory, or what's the other one I used to use? Oh, Pinshape.
Dude, just about everything I've found on My Mini Factory and I wanted to download, they take you right to Thingiverse anyways.
Yeah. Backlink to Thingiverse now. I do like that My Mini Factory checks all the prints. I can't tell you how many items I have, because if you make a bad product that you can't print, if it's got bad faucets or something in it, backwards faces, they'll catch it and fix it or tell you to fix it.
Yeah. Yeah,
which is nice. I mean, if you go on there, the average person, I mean, they really I wish they'd set up a little bit better, because they should smoke Thingiverse. They really should.
Oh yeah.
That's why
that's
all Devin uses now. He won't upload to Thingiverse anymore.
Devin
from Make Anything.
He's on Thingiverse. I mean, you have to have it just about everything spelled out the way how the person lists it. You know, and so you don't get to see everything, and that's why you go to. That's when I go out to My Mini Factory and look for the same thing, and it will take me back to Thingiverse. But you don't have to be as broad about what you're saying as what you're looking for. You know.
Yeah.
It's easier.
Well,
to
I think
find
I have a couple that are. They allow My Mini Factory allow you to backlink to Thingiverse, but they will still, before they post it, they will still test it. Now, once you've uploaded it, they send you a link, and you can share that link already.
Oh yeah.
But no one can search for it. It has to be a direct link, and people can download it. In other words, if I upload it to My Mini Factory and then stuck a link in here in the thread, people could download it immediately.
Okay.
But it'll come down as not verified. There'll be a big sticker when you hit download. It'll say not verified. Why is my camera not working?
Well, it was working until right there.
It was weird. It showed my little icon instead of.
No, you are froze up tighter than a butthole in December, man.
Really?
Yeah, you ain't moving.
What's up with that?
A little bit. You're moving like a robot.
I'm moving in my little mini window down here on the bottom. Fine.
Yeah, you're better now. But you had just froze up unless you were sitting there like a statue.
Yeah. It happens.
Yeah. What do I need?
I should just cut the resolution down. I think I got 1080. If I put it on 720, it would probably go faster. Where is camera settings? What is it on?
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Oh, you know what it is? I got Fusion and everything running too.
Yeah, I know. I killed that because I did not crash my system either. I'm our Dungeons and Dragons. I don't want them. Don't want that. I don't want that.
Mike, do you recall TK's user ID on Thingiverse?
Basic brown jersey.
What?
Do you recall TK's user ID on Thingiverse? I thought I had followed him, but apparently not.
Oh, I got running.
Oh, I'll find him. Hang on.
Widescreen. Standard. Get over to advanced.
Oh, it's gotta be towards
Pull
the
my
top.
color out.
Oh, before I do this, I should fix
Wow, I can
the
really
other,
screw my color.
my other thing here.
Oh, where'd that blue go? There
After
we
the
go. I can
stream
make myself
yesterday-
very blue. Well, I'm kind of pink, but my background's very blue.
After the stream yesterday, I had fixed the problem with my
focus
bed
layout.
clicking when it was moving. So I know how much that annoyed everybody.
What are you
And
clicking
that's
and
why.
moving?
Oh, because I had, on the ANETs, they have those two little plastic pieces that hold the
Oh, I like black and white.
acrylic pieces that were the bed clamps, the belt clamps, my belt clamps. I
No,
had
just black and white, no color.
I'm talking to these guys in the chat.
oh.
I'm trying to answer everybody in the chat. It's in the chat now.
I see it. Thank you.
What's in the chat?
Oh, TK's link.
Oh, I was
I just got
following
my
him. I
stupid freaking icon again.
was following him. It
It
just
should be
didn't
easier
show
because
up.
I'm black and white.
That's not optimal.
I
Let's see
said
what
I'm bringing a couple printers and a robot head and a bunch
what
of
did I do wrong here?
don't know exactly what. Hopefully, I'm bringing a robot. Bring the head for sure, but it all depends on the robot. I don't know yet. That's if I get it done. If I find a sponsor, I guess. It being like that, but
There it is.
or what is?
I popped out the chat and got rid of the regular window, hoping it would lower the bandwidth I'm drawing. And it took about a minute for the chat window to come up.
Yeah.
I have really slow internet up here, even though I'm paying for really fast internet.
Yeah, I hear ya. Yeah, I ordered 3 tickets with 3 tables, I guess. But we'll see. What the hell's that for? Oh, that's for headphones. I like that too. I should print that. That's what I should print, because then I can hang my other headphones over there. Collect. Oh, electronics. Save. Download. Down folder. There it is. Good. Roll up. Dum.
Oh, let's see.
Next.
Control.
Paste. Open. I finally have some. Oh, they got PDFs in here. I'm like, what the hell do they have so many files in here for? Not needed. Headphone holder mount. Oh, that's from Autodesk. Paste. Headphone. Wonder what I did with the other one. Oh, there here. Headphones good. So I know he is going. Yeah, your wingman is going, I know.
Yep.
And
So, anybody know anything about these quadcopters?
a little bit. What do you need?
Oh, I gotta put my color back on so you can see what the hell I'm doing. I made it black and white. Let's bring it back to color camera settings. I'm really good at the mechanicals of these things.
Phone.
Advanced. Color intensity. Right around there. Looks good. All right, color's back. Not that you can see it, well, you can sort of see it here now. I'm assuming this is the actual gyro. There's a big old dent in it. This protected steel thing right here. This crash, see the arm's missing?
Yeah.
Missing. This right here, the cover popped off during the crash, and this went right on a rock upside down. See how this is dented right here?
Yeah.
Hard to tell because it's all chromy.
No,
I wonder if this is the actual gyro.
I forget what's underneath there. I don't think it is. That is that's like the controller chips underneath there, I think. You know,
yeah, because they're on an anti-vibration pad. The whole board is on anti-vibration pads, but this is on a completely separate anti-vibration pad on top of the board.
Yeah.
That's why I'm thinking it's the actual.
It's a gyro.
You think so?
Yeah, yeah.
Which means that big old dent in it might be an issue.
Oh, if it's dented or damaged like that, it's not going to work.
Yeah, those things are micro-mechanical. There are actually moving parts in there. So, yeah, it's a goner.
Well, I'm hoping that's just the shield that's dented.
Maybe.
I don't know if you can see it right there. It's just in the corner of it.
Yeah,
I'm going to give it a shot. That's what I'm printing right now is I'm going to use carbon fiber tubes for arms. Kind of like, I don't know if you ever saw my Franken spider. I'm going to do a very similar setup with that, with the two carbon fiber arms and then the motor mounted on the ends. Slid into the center body. Hopefully that'll work and it'll fly again.
You can always
This thing's been broken like almost a year. I had it a month, not even, and then I broke the arm. I bought a new body, but I didn't really like the body.
Print one.
I'm thinking I can print one much lighter.
Yeah.
That's a screaming demon, frickin'.
There's some very nice
quadcopter
designs out there.
Yeah.
I don't know what you really. I mean, I have a pretty good handle on 3D printer parts and the requirements for building one. I don't have as good a handle on quadcopter parts and what you would need to actually, the kit you would need to actually build your own
Well, I know the
chassis and so on.
parts. Again, the electronics of it, I don't know. Like I can mechanically build it and know it'll work and do this and do that and adjust things mechanically.
Yeah.
You know, setups and and I know that the theories behind, like people don't realize if a quadcopter, if you take a pre-made quadcopter and you take the board and you adjust the motor height, not just the angles or anything, but if you take your motor and you pitch it up higher and mount it higher to the board, the way it swings because of the motor locations on the quadcopter will actually adjust the way it flies.
Is that an issue of balance?
You can actually make it go twitchy by making the motors too high. You'd think it would be more stable, but it's actually just the opposite.
So, but is that an issue of balance or an issue of?
Well, it's an issue of the way the movement is.
Right. I mean, if they were out of alignment, I can see where that would be a problem. But if all four of them are up at equal height, is that also a problem?
Well, it's a point of pivot.
Right.
If the motors or the props, actually, it matters where the props actually are because that's your point of lift and lower. 100%. If your props are set at a height in a parallel plane with the board,
right?
When one prop lifts and the other lowers, it pivots on that board, dead center of the board. If you raise the motors, which raises the props, when one lowers and the other, raises, the board doesn't actually pivot, it swings.
Right.
So it's a different motion. So if the actual gyro isn't set up for that kind of motion, you can actually get a twitch in your quadcopter. It'll sit there because it doesn't know how to handle it.
Look at the chat. Tom, look at the chat. Roy,
yeah, I can't connect it to Betaflight or any of those. This is a pre-made cheapo. This isn't a high-end board.
What's Betaflight?
Tom.
Yeah.
Look at the chat.
Oh yeah.
He's looking at the chat. What's Betaflight?
Betaflight and CleanFlight are programming languages, programs to program the board.
So there's now a sufficient standard in terms of flight controllers that you can have.
Yeah, they're when you get right down to it, they're little Adrenos with gyros on them.
All right.
I mean, they're really not, but if in general terms, that's what it is.
In the sense that they're, controllers.
Yeah, they all use there's basically, from what I understand, I don't know the technologies of it, but there's basically the two gyros. That's all there are in the whole world that control them. There's two different brands of gyro, and one of them, goes to a certain kind of board, and the other one goes to another kind of board, and one of them can take one program, and the other takes the other. Yeah, okay. It's like having a Raspberry Pi or a regular Adreno.
Yeah.
I mean, it's different. Don't get me wrong, but that's the general.
Well, a Raspberry Pi is a full computer and a full stack.
Right, but you know what I mean. They're similar boards, but they're different.
Yeah.
But there's basically two standards for the gyros, from what I understand. I don't know. This is where I get lost. I couldn't even figure out that whole Betaflight and CleanFlight and all that stuff. I just can't. That's above and beyond my brain.
So who are the makers of the gyros at this point?
Huh?
Who are the manufacturers of the gyros at this
I have no idea. Now, this thing I've got may be completely different. That's why I know this thing won't take Betaflight or anything. This is pre-programmed one time. There's no bootloader or anything on it. You can't reprogram this. This is a cheapo. This thing's like $60 with brushless motors.
Yeah, that was the level of investment I have in drones at this point.
Betaflight and CleanFlight and all of those are for the build your own boards.
Yeah. Well, I think that's maybe the next thing I'm going to try and do once I get bored of printing.
And again, I don't know the specifics. That I may be able to find a way to put Betaflight on it, but there's no USB plug on it anywhere. So I don't know how I'd load it.
All right.
That's just a Bugs 3. Which, of course, I got and then had for less than a month. Flew it, I think, 3 times and caught a branch just wrong, and it just snapped the whole arm of the frickin' quadcopter right off.
I bought me and my daughter a couple of cheap ones off of eBay a couple of years ago for Christmas. I mean, they're bigger ones like that. They fly good. But
these things are a blast.
Yeah, I like them too. I stick mine in a tree all the time, make my daughter go get it. I stuck it on 2 different roofs. You know, her and her boyfriend climbed up on the roofs and got them.
Yeah, you can find these for about $9. I love these things. These are fun.
No, the little mini ones.
Yeah, it's the Ultra. It's like palm size. It fits in my palm.
Those don't even survive when they get near an AC vent, though, do they?
Yeah, that's just it. You can. They're almost indestructible.
Well, in the sense that they can't maintain a flight path.
Well, yeah, no, it's hard. Yes. Yeah. My brothers were trying to learn. They're like, "Oh, it's so hard." I said, "This is how you learn. I'm going to hand you this little." I got a bunch of them for like $9.95 during the Christmassy thing. They're normally like $15 or $20. Anyways, I got some for my brothers. I said, take them home, turn on your ceiling fan on the lowest speed, and just try and hover under the ceiling fan. That's how you learn how to fly these things. If you can hover under a ceiling fan with one of these, you're good.
If you can hover, period. Come on.
That's the thing, though, that the flight controls on the higher quality drones, like a DJI, are so much easier to use because they have such higher quality sensors and flight controllers overall that you can actually hover by just telling it to hover. You know?
Yeah, well, they use the GPSs too.
Right.
They lock their coordinates in and they sit there and hover. And the DJIs also have the ground sensing infrared crap, so it knows how far off the ground it is and all that crap.
Well, in theory,
but it's doing it on its own. That's not fun.
Yeah.
That's not learning how to fly. That's letting the thing, you push a button and it goes and flies off, which is fine. Don't get me wrong. That's fun too. But, if you really want to learn how to fly one, get one of these and they're $15. They're easy to fly. They're hard to get good at, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
If you can get good at flying one of these with a little crappy cheap controller, this little freaking punky controller, it's tiny this thing's tiny.
Now the one that I bought for like $50 off of GearBest had first person view flight mode and
FPV
sensing and so on. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, the FPV is cool.
But I don't know. It's just I've flown it like 5 times and now I'm bored. It wasn't that
I go by spells. I'll go a month or 2 without flying. But oh crap! I could have flown this morning. I forgot I got the big quad still up there, not broken. I've broken every one of my quads. Every single one of them is broken except for the old original Tarantula. I forgot that was here. I could have flown it this morning. I mostly just fly them for like camera and go up and take pictures of sunsets. And I'm not like a racer quad kind of guy.
I've lost all of my my prop protectors, but it just dawned on me that I could print new ones very easily.
Yeah, you really don't need them unless you don't.
That just dawned on me just now, which is really sad. I can't remember whether
print new ones.
Well, it's sort of obvious, right? But I can't remember now whether I bought the quad before I bought my first printer or not, though.
Well, I bought the printer because I wanted to print quadcopter parts.
No, I bought the quad first.
That was my excuse to get into 3D printing. I wanted a 3D printer anyways.
As I think about it, yes, I bought the quad first because my girlfriend at the time had told me she was going to buy me a DJI Mavic Pro, and I wanted something to test with and crash before I, potentially destroyed a Mavic Pro. Of course, flying the cheapo ones versus the expensive ones is a whole different experience. Then, of course, she broke up with me before my birthday, so I got no. I got no Mavic Pro.
I dropped the belt for now. Yeah, if it's not working, you might as well. But all that other stuff, Greg Manelli's. But
Okay.
I mean, I would get it running.
3 up and 2 down.
Quadcopters are a blast, dude.
Push them through the lower slots. All right, the 3.
I'm not into those racer quads. I shouldn't say I'm not into them. I don't do the racing quads because I really don't have the property for it. So most of the stuff I do is bring it up above tree level and just kind of float around and take pictures. Because I'm just too tight. There's too many trees here.
That's why.
Well, this isn't good.
Yeah, we'll try this one, I think. Elijah, you bugger.
The access belt on my AA, and even though I can be replaced pretty inexpensively as a cheap belt, I really can't afford to get one right now.
Okay, that's what I thought. We made it solid. We don't need it solid. So we can get rid of them skins. This one. I don't know why that was turned off. Let's do this back down to 2. Going to number 2 there.
No, I would skip repairing the A8 because the overall print quality you're going to get off the other one is much better.
Yeah,
Once
I don't know
you
though. The FL Sun isn't like a whole lot better.
Is it? I've not used the FL Sun. I just assume that 99% of these things are going to be better than the AM8.
It's about the same. The AA is actually can be a pretty good printer.
Well, mine is now.
Hack the firmware and turn all the safety crap on.
Right. Well, mine is now. It's once I put Robbie's E3D in it and put a Prusa extruder on it and an aluminum frame. It's great.
There we go. There we go.
That's a good thing. Silence is good. Yeah, no, when are you guys coming here?
I don't know. You're just hungry, man. He's like, come over and start cooking me dinner now.
No, you can.
I want freaking dinner.
No, that's all right.
Get
Don't make anything.
Lower slots.
It was about 10 o'clock last night, but Mama finally cooked me steak, twice baked potatoes, baked bean, or no.
I can do that myself.
But, or a bean casserole.
Anyway.
Yummy. I had it. It's not a drink cone, and it was.
Yeah. 10:30. He might be actually getting out of bed now.
All right. What is wrong with my light here? Have I fried something or what?
Okay, that's it.
All right. Later. All right.
You got it figured out?
Sort of.
Yeah.
How's that bolt printing? Looks pretty good. Bright orange.
I've had some great prints with my ink. It's colors all handed. That's your problem right there. You haven't upgraded it. You have to upgrade it. What the hell are you doing? That's me, man. I put every little nick and cranny I could put on anything.
Yeah, I don't know.
Look like a...
Well, at Pupil, the FL Sun you have is the big one, right? It's the CR10 clone, right? It's bigger than your A8. It's basically the same thing as your A8, so it should print the same, other than it being bigger.
It should be
a better frame. because it's an all aluminum frame, if I remember correctly. I actually looked at that FL Sun years and years and years ago.
What the hell is that one doing over there? Now, is this one working?
Yeah, the A8 can actually print really well. It's just you really need to go in and turn all the safety switches on because they leave it off by stock. So if the heater overheats, if there's you get thermal runaway, you could burn your house down without knowing it because the A8 won't shut itself down, which is a really dangerous thing. So you should go in and hack the firmware and turn on thermal runaway and all that crap. Ian and them are coming down, right? I didn't know if you knew. I didn't know.
That's one of the reasons we left the store after church. I got some, so he can have a snack.
Well, I guess they're making food.
Yeah, but I just made
whatever.
Food. I got some alleyway chicken with some fixed stuff.
And try to
Sure. Whatever.
Like wings with no tips and stuff. That was
Whatever.
on sale. And I can freeze or cook later. And
Sure.
you do know this fresh pizza dough in the upstairs. And all you gotta do is take one out in the morning. We can make one later in the day.
So far, I got no way to roll out pizza dough.
I don't know. I mean, I have a no. You have
Yeah, that just sucks.
Okay,
Sure.
I have.
Anyway,
There's 2 1-pound packages.
Sure. Whatever.
So I have this interesting bulb. I have no idea what
Refrigerator bulb.
size it is. Is that what this is?
Yep.
So it's out of this desk lamp, and I'm hoping that the bulb. Oh wait. To reduce
Get an LED
fire,
replacement.
60-watt Type T. Okay.
Get an LED. Do not.
Type
I
T
don't think
or-
you can get that bulb in the U.S. anymore.
60-watt Type T or smaller. Okay.
All
well,
my machines are Bowden tubes, so I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, this lamp is about 30 years old. I can't read
Yep.
anything off the bulb itself.
Get an LED bulb.
So they make them in that size, do they?
It's similar.
Okay.
It's a regular
idea.
socket size.
Oh, sure. It's a standard socket.
Yeah,
It's just this
you just need
weird,
the long
weird,
tube.
weird length of tube. Yeah.
It's one of them old school desk lamp ones.
Yep. I had this thing
It's
in
actually
college.
it's a refrigerator bulb.
Is it really? Well, I didn't realize. So
That's
I
what
had this.
That's what that bulb was originally designed for. Was refrigerators.
So I had this thing in college. That's how old it is. So it's got to be.
Bulbs lasted that long.
It's got to be 30 years old. Yeah, well, it lasted until yesterday. I turned it on just now, and it flickered and died. So, and it ran for most of yesterday while I was printing.
I think if you go on lightbulbs.com, you can get the right type and style. I would replace it with an LED. You'll get a brighter, whiter light out of it, and it'll last longer, and it'll use a lot less energy.
Okay.
And I love the bright white. Everyone keeps telling me, "Oh, get the warm white LEDs." I'm like, ugh, I like the bright white. The brighter the white, the better.
Right. The nasty yellow is. I don't know why people think that's warm. It's gross.
Yeah, it just seems like I don't have enough light on. It's like I want to add more. I mean, I get the warm color is the same as the sun and all that, but it's not as bright as the sun. All you're doing is dimming it. I much prefer bright white.
Grab the dragon.
Well, saying that, I just put a brand new LED in my kitchen light. Used to have the fixture used to have the old dual round fluorescents, and I replaced it with LEDs. Well, one of them burned out, so I put a new LED in it. And the brand new LED, I turned it on. I'm sitting there making tea in the morning. It hadn't been on 5 minutes, and all of a sudden I hear this pop, 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 pop. All the little LEDs started popping like popcorn in the thing. It was amazing. Freaking burned right out. I was like, something got juiced wrong. Needless to say, it was Amazon. It got sent back. It wasn't in the freaking light an hour.
Okay, so why would you put on a 10% off discount code that's an image that you can't copy and paste the text. That's just make my life
You got to
difficult.
learn how to type.
I'm old enough that I know how to type. Thank you. Although I don't
Yeah, you know,
understand I don't understand the
Robbie
millennials
Mac's got a
who don't
point
know how to
here.
type.
There, Collins.
What's that?
He's got a point. You should check the socket, turn it on, lick your finger, and stick it in the socket. Make sure the socket's still
Well, that's one approach. I might actually,
make sure it's not the
else in
socket. It's it's actually the bulb you need.
I might actually put something in the socket and test it, but I got to find something suitable.
It was a joke, dude, to make like stick your wet finger in there.
But yes. No, I'm thinking about this, and I have plenty of bulbs. The problem is this housing. I can't actually test the socket. You're right.
I'm back.
But it's almost certainly the bulb.
Well, I can tell it's the bulb just because the bulb was all black. I can see that.
that was my assumption as well. Yes.
We are losing it.
But
actually, if you shake it, it should rattle inside, which means the filament burned up.
It sounded that. Yeah, it sounded like the filament had gone.
Yeah. If you shake it, it rattles the filament.
I can't hear it now, but I could hear it before.
Please.
Yeah, it's the film. It's gone.
It's really hard to kill a light switch. I mean, it's literally just a switch.
I've had people manage to kill switches, but one of this type is very difficult to kill.
Robbie. Here comes all the film, huh?
Yeah. Okay. So CDP 10047.
You gonna go there or what? Last time it everything Z'd the wrong way, or homed the wrong way. If that's gonna clear or not. I think it will.
Well, everything seems to be holding now, so I'm gonna let it print. I really like the color of this Amazon Spaces orange.
Glass.
Looking bright. Yeah, okay, Robbie Mac. Yep. Use a hammer. Yep. That's brilliant.
Yeah, I know. Just use a big hammer, man. I'm telling you, it works.
Yeah. Smash the bulb and see if the filament's still good inside. Yeah, that'll work.
Oh, you're just messing with me, man.
Yeah, that's an excellent choice.
Yeah.
But that way you can recycle the glass into dinner.
Bubble was still good.
When those relatives come over and they want to serve you, fried tofu and shit.
Ooh, tofu. That's good to eat
tofu. Oh, God, I hate tofu.
I know. I'm just messing up. Yeah.
I was dating a girl out on Long Island that was all vegetarian. We spent a bunch of money and went to one of those really nice, like, Benihana hibachi Japanese restaurants, where they flip the knives around and do the whole show.
Yeah.
And I mean, I still like the show and everything, but she's like, you got to eat the tofu with me or some crap. So I ended up having to get the tofu dinner.
Big roll.
And you're spending all that money to get tofu. I mean, it's tasteless jelly.
Yeah.
Fried, tasteless jelly.
Yummy. No.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh, snap. I hope I didn't have supports turned on. I don't think it's going to work.
What printer is that in the bottom left there, Wiley?
This one?
Yeah.
That's a Ender.
That's an Ender?
Yeah, I put
I'm guessing that's a custom blower head you put on there.
I put one like this on there. It's a curved mount. Mounts on the back bar.
What's that? I can't see. You're only this little picture, so I can't really see it.
Well, it's right here.
No, I was talking about the fan mount. That's the light bar.
Oh, that's that.
Your fan does.
That fan. That's that. Gosh, I forget who it is. I'm sorry, guys.
It won't fit mine anyways, but I can see how it's working. I'm about ready to go buy an ender.
I like them. I'd buy another one, you know. But you know, I forget what it's called. I don't know. He just got.
Who just joined us? Did
this
Tanner
guy's
just
got 'em
join
for
us?
all the-
Who just jumped in?
He's got them for all the.
It is Tanner. Hey,
reality.
Tanner.
He made them for all the crealities. He's got them for the Prusa and everything, and it's all in one.
Yeah, they're all.
Hey, oh, is that Mr. Ricky?
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Hey, good morning. How long you been here?
Oh, just got here.
Okay, I caught you right away. He tries to sneak in and just sit there real nice and quiet.
I've been listening for a while before I went back and found the Hangout link to join.
Yeah.
What's up, Robbie Mac? You're on vacation, huh?
Robbie Mac's whining because he hasn't had a beer yet. Well, go have some beers. Don't whine about it.
Yeah, if you're on vacation, that's like a wake and bake right there, man. Wake up, forget the coffee, go for the beer.
Irish coffee.
Yeah.
Can't do beer.
Oh.
4 hours later.
Right.
I gotta say, this Amazon, I'm really liking this Amazon filament.
Which one, the AMZ 3D or the Amazon Basics?
The Amazon Basics.
I'm not sure if it's the same filament or not. The AMZ 3D brand showed up with its own website, but they said they only sell it on Amazon. So I assume that was also an Amazon brand.
No, it's not. It's easier for them to sell it on Amazon because
Is that
Amazon
what it
does
was?
the importing for
Yeah.
them. So they don't have to deal
But
with import
I guess
fees,
to that
import
end,
fees
I've
and
not
all
yet
that
tried
crap.
the Amazon Basics filament.
Can you even buy out of the country again?
You haven't had a beer in about 10 years.
We were shut down for like 2 days. You couldn't buy anything out of the country for like 2 days. People didn't even realize it.
I probably haven't had one in 6-8 months.
Well, I went to buy some stuff from England for my mountain bike. And all of a sudden PayPal came up and said, federal blocking. I'm like, what? It's like, we can't buy anything. We can't say ship money to anything out of country. I was like, what? It's England.
Nice.
Because of his whole trade war BS. But I guess that's over already. They already cleared it or whatever.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I think it was just for like 3 days that I don't know, the government blocked all external funding sent out of country, and then all the company said, screw you, we're going to do it anyways.
Yeah,
Took
pretty
us
much.
to court.
You know, with the way how the government is nowadays, people have lost a lot of respect for it, you know.
Can't imagine why.
I mean, well, that's what I'm saying, you know, the way how it is nowadays.
And I don't just mean, I'm not a Trump fan in any way, shape, or form, but honestly, I don't think either party's worth a damn. I think this coming up election is the one time if they had a really, really, really bad Democrat show up that they're going to put up for the presidency, someone really, really bad, this would be the first time an independent could actually make it.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I say, I don't watch the news, so.
Yeah,
Well,
I gotta
the
stop
fact-
watching the news.
Crap, you know. I sit here and then I watch Netflix. If I had a house, I'd sit here all freaking day.
Like
Yeah,
I said,
I'm leaning more and more toward Netflix.
they're all crooks, or they wouldn't be politicians.
Yep. You just got to figure out which one's lying to you the least.
Right. Because honest people don't last long being honest as a politician.
No,
You can
can't.
start off being an honest person when you become a politician, but then, you know, the greed kicks in when somebody offers to line your pockets with enough money to for you to sway a vote their way.
Yep.
Yeah. It's called lobbying. It's called legal bribing. I love
Right.
how they give bribe a name so they can make it legal for them and nobody else.
I don't think they should be able to accept money for campaigns.
I don't either.
Use your own damn pocketbook.
Yep.
You know?
Well, I think they should all have equal funding. I think the government should fund,
Yeah, that's true.
you know, 500,000 a year, and that's it. That would cut our stupid ads in like a quarter. There'd be no more external sources. It just bothers me most that they waste more money than our deficit is on advertising.
Yeah.
Without all the advertisements, how would we know who's lying about what this time?
That's what the news would be for. Right? We could actually listen to the news again.
This person is lying, and so is this person. You're both liars. No. We get it.
That's what I'm saying.
There is this thing people don't like to use. It's called PolitiFacts, where every time they lie, they actually study and post the actual fact. People don't use PolitiFacts
here, so.
I never was until recently, and I'm still really not.
I hate politics.
Anyway, let's not talk about politics. It's too obnoxious.
Right. Let's talk more about light bulbs.
All right, so
do I have any battery power in this thing?
Let's talk more about light bulbs. So, there is only one listed on Amazon and none listed on Batteries Plus, which is where one would normally expect to find really exotic light bulbs.
Did you try lightbulbs.com?
Literally.
Batteries Plus Bulbs is the local, battery and bulb vendor that has theoretically has everything.
Battery power.
Matt Johnson, good morning. How you doing this morning?
I mean, Amazon has one for $21, but I don't know if that's a good price or not.
I thought there was a bat flying around your house, Llama.
Swarm of bees.
Yeah.
I love these little things. They're so cool. It's so tiny. You realize these are like $10?
Oh yeah.
My son got a lot of enjoyment out of. They had those little remote control helicopters at Five Below a while back. And so for like $5 a pop, I bought several of them. And if he crashes it and breaks it, it's $5. Here's another one.
Yeah. Well, these are $10 and they're basically indestructible. You really have to. I mean, I deliberately slammed this at full speed into a wall, and it just. I mean, the bodies on these are all flexible. You can't really break them.
It must be raining outside, huh, Joe? He come in all wound up and acting crazy and lay his front half of his body down sideways on the carpet and then scoot himself across using his rear legs.
Hey, did you actually print that Fun King van?
No, that was Roy Holly. I designed the van, but Roy Holly printed it out.
I know your name. I just saw it and started. I literally almost peed myself. I was laughing so hard when I saw that thing.
Yeah, Roy Holly printed it out. I designed the van. Roy Holly printed it, and then he added the logo to it. Right. And
I knew your name was attached. I just saw it on Thingiverse. I don't know, the other day. That was cute. I still think this little dude's awesome.
I like that.
Pumpkin King. The evil Pumpkin King.
All right.
If you watch Glenn reading my little story that goes along with it, it's kind of funny.
Put those back up there. I'm going to do this afternoon.
I should charge the batteries.
Tell me what the shipping is. Come on. Estimate shipping. Here we go.
No, I think I put too much infill in there, but oh well.
Save drive.
Yeah.
I think the bearings in my X-axis are kind of shot.
Okay, so I'm paying the same price. I'll go get it from Amazon.
But are you still looking for that bulb?
I was looking for differing pricing. I mean, there's only one on Amazon. It's $21 with Prime, $22 with Prime. And I was looking for other prices, and it comes out to, $13, $14 a piece plus $8 or $9 shipping. So it's about the same.
$8 or $9 shipping. The Gearbest are bang good.
Except that I'd rather have it
either.
like tomorrow or in a week rather than a month.
Yeah, that's about it, huh?
Get it by October 16th. Well, that's what, Tuesday?
Yep.
I suppose when I build this robot full size, I'll have to use like carbon fiber rods or something in there. Try to keep everything as light as possible. It's going to be a heavy son of a bugger. Have to get out the wheelchair lift and pick it up and put it in the back of my truck. I gotta look here quick. Gotta try to find some filament. What's light bulb are you talking about? Oh, he broke a light bulb on something. Collins did. See it sitting in, well, now he's underneath the table, but it's over there on the boot. God dang it. The only thing I hate about that chat out and putting where you can see it is every time you touch the screen, it disappears. You have the chat directly on the screen. So it doesn't disappear. What is that light bulb for again, Collins?
What?
That your light bulb, what is that for?
It's a Type T bulb, which apparently is a refrigerator bulb. It's for this lamp right here. It was my old desk lamp that I had back in college.
Okay. Now Trollan was asking.
The bulb looks like this.
Yeah. Check pet stores too, because that looks like a bulb for
fish. I think Llama pretty much correctly identified it. Tom said it was a refrigerator bulb, and that's what it seems to be.
Okay.
But Amazon had it for $20, so I figured that's good enough. And it's LED, so it'll last for a while.
There you
One
go.
hopes.
All right.
Anyway, back to the problem at hand.
It's like I'm going to be printing a lot of stuff in yellow, man, because I can't get no filament right now but yellow. Huh. So I order one yellow, because I need one yellow anyways, but I need some white and black.
Why am I not?
I need gray and orange. I got to find the right orange, too, for that stupid thing. Got to be like or yellow, or the right yellow for it, because it needs to be a kind of like a cat yellow for the dozers, cat dozers. It's like that type of yellow.
Did you say that was a T10 or a T20 bulb?
It said it was Type T. It didn't say 10 or 20.
All right, here you go. SuperBrightLEDs.com. T10 light bulb, 30 watt equivalent. You actually want a 50, but that's all right. $5.
Oh, where's the? You have a link? It was.
It's not super bright.
Let's go to SuperBrightLEDs.com.
Full name, okay.
Everybody's got different places, so it's nice to know everybody.
Cool. So for what, T10?
Yeah, you probably want a T20, I thought, though, but these are all shown as T10s, which would still work.
Come up with no, that's not the right. Oh yeah, It doesn't say. It doesn't say on here. It just says Type T.
Yeah. Well, Type T is the thread and the long body like that.
Right.
Because they have them all for the halogen and like car lights and
120 volts, 60 hertz, AC only, made in
you can get
Taiwan.
one that's bright white or cool white. It'll be brighter than a regular light bulb is.
All right, let's look at T20.
It's like a showing a T20
nozzle because then I can mix my own color. Have Ben help
They're
me.
showing T12s. Oh yeah, back to T10.
He's good with the mix.
You know, I've been thinking about that new G-Tech printer that mixes the colors in the nozzle.
Yeah.
Have you seen some of the stuff coming out of that thing?
Oh, yeah.
No, I've heard talk of it. I haven't seen any results from
Go
it.
on Twitter. There's a whole bunch of guys that are like blending and getting blended colors. So as it goes up like a vase or something, you start at blue and you move your way up to a red. And it's like purple in between, and it blends it in the nozzle, which I thought was wicked cool.
Yeah. That's what Ben does. Craig 3D. He prints with a mixing nozzle.
That G-Tech looks really like the software is all set up for it and everything.
Yeah. He is.
I'm not a fan of G-Tech, but that thing looks like it works well too.
Medium.
$340 lumens.
Oh, okay. That the 10 is the diameter of the bulb.
Yeah. T10 is a long, skinny bulb.
Yeah.
Not long. No, it's not a regular round bulb. It's a skinny, straight tube.
Well, yeah, like the one that Collins has.
That's what the team.
108 LED cam, 6 watt, 40 watt equivalent, 400 lumens versus 340 lumens. But that's directly. That
LED will be brighter than your tube too.
Oh yeah, easily.
Quite a bit brighter.
Oh yeah.
Although the ones I saw were all the warm white, which I'm not. Again, I find that it's not bright enough. I'd rather have the bright white.
What's the shipping here? What does it take?
Hey, don't be scratching your butt there, Tanner.
Because I've already ordered the thing on Amazon. I figure it's.
How'd the show go last night, Ricky?
Great.
Good.
Anytime you can make $300 for 4 hours worth of work is a good day.
Yes, it is. It's a good day.
It won't be that today.
No, not on a Sunday.
No, it'll be about half that today.
I'm gonna have to redesign the quadcopter body so I don't have to have any supports. How am I gonna do that? I know how I can do that. I can put a membrane in it. That way you can just start from the bottom and work its way up. It's not a bad idea.
Well, I'm trying for like the 4th time now to print this piece of the sports car.
And why the 4th time?
The nozzle keeps bumping into the support material tower that's building up underneath the fender and ripping it off the build plate.
What are you using for a slicer?
Cura 3.4.1.
In Cura, if you dig down in there, there's a setting to do supports every other layer instead of every layer.
Well, that's handy. Where's that at?
You got to open up. It's in one of the settings, and that helps a lot. It can actually make it worse if it's hard to describe because it's doing it in a double layer. You don't want to do 2.0 layers though, or 0.20. You got to do a smaller layer because if you're using a 0.40 nozzle, it can't do a 0.4 layer height. Get what I'm saying? If it does every other one, it's got to do a double thick. So you have to print it like 1.5 or under. And if it can't handle it, it actually over squirts and bubbles it up and makes it worse. But it's worth a try. It's one of those I do like a test block kind of thing. Make a test block and have it supports and see if your printer can handle it.
Yeah, because I've got a 0.4 nozzle, and I typically print at 0.2 layer height.
It's under the support somewhere.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's the other thing you should be doing too. Is you should be doing the alternate. If you're using Cura, just turn on the alternating wall under the shell settings. That way, it does an alternating shell line every infill. Locks the infill right into the shell really tight. Makes it super strong. That should just be a default setting. I don't know why they don't leave that on default.
Yeah. Okay. These are all things that
if you're doing anything mechanical, although I guess you're just doing models, so it's not so much mechanical, but still. Huh?
I said toys.
Yeah.
Let's see. So
anything stronger is still stronger and still better as far as I'm concerned. If I slice with Cura, I have alternating wall on all the time.
Alternate extra wall?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just kick that on and leave it on.
Okay.
I already downloaded 3.5. I know it's there. I just haven't played with it yet.
I downloaded it and tried it. I'm back at 3.4.1 because my profiles, all like the supports are all messed up.
Really? Did you try? So from what I heard, regular supports really suck on it, but the tree supports are really awesome on it.
Huh. Well, yeah, like the 3.5. Once I tried it, the supports fused themselves to the model. Everything I sliced with 3.5 supports would not come off. They had to be cut off. And then whenever I'm slicing with 3.4, the supports just peel right off.
Okay, so these are 550 lumens for $20. That seems better.
Support resolution, support density.
So, alright, type T bulb. Okay, I got that. I'm just trying to find that support one that you're talking about. Every other line.
Support, extruder, export, infill. Oh, you know what? It might actually be under layers. They might have gotten rid of it. I don't think anyone ever used it.
I don't know. I couldn't find it. Did you find that every other line?
No, I haven't found it yet. No.
Oh, neither have I.
For supports or for the shell?
It's in the shell?
The shell, I found that.
Yeah, but not to support every other line.
No.
The super bright LED.
I wonder if it was Cura. You know, I'm thinking now it might have been Idea Maker I was doing that in. Cura's got almost too many freaking settings.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they have a lot. That's the that's a big problem with Cura. Especially like I got into this part when I really didn't know what I was doing. I almost don't know what I'm doing now, but I got into this crap and was turning all this crap on and off, and I have no idea what I was doing.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if it was supports or infill too.
But none of it meant. Density.
Extruder overhang, pattern, placement.
Yeah, I can't find it. I don't know where it's at.
No, I can't find it either.
I just know I gotta get some things fired up and printing in here because my makerspace is cold. Get these printers warm and warm this room up.
There you go.
Oh, this is actually the same price because these things are actually a pack of 2. All right, so I'm good. go with Amazon. But who was it that recommended high power LEDs or super bright LEDs? Cool site. Very
Okay,
cool.
here it is. Support
That was
infill
pro.
layer thickness.
What's it under?
It's under supports. It's support infill layer thickness. It has to be a multiple of your layers. So if you're doing 2, 0.2, it's got to be 2.4.
Support infill layer thick.
Did you
Support
find
infill layer thickness.
There it is.
And if you read it, it'll say the thickness per layer of support infill material. This value should always be a multiple of the layer height and is otherwise rounded. So if you're doing, like I said, you got to print it like 0.5 or 0.15 and make that 0.3, and then it'll do every other layer.
Where is it at now? I can't find it.
Supports.
Yeah, under supports. Support infill layer thickness.
Oh, okay.
Support infill layer thickness. I knew it was in there. And that should, it doesn't always. I've played with it, and it's about a 50-50 shot. Sometimes it actually makes it worse because it's trying to spit so much plastic out, it makes it bubbly, if that makes sense, because it can't, the hot end can't keep up with it. So you got to print kind of slow, and you have to be, you really can't do a 0.2 layer height with a 4.0 nozzle. You got to do like a 1.6 or 1.4 or 0.14.
Yeah.
Well, that's interface thickness.
So the actual nozzle can spit out that much plastic.
We don't want that. I think mine was already on. Dumbass. Infill layer thickness.
You guys should really try Idea Maker.
I looked at it a long time ago.
If you're having
I'm sure
support
it's
problems, Idea Maker is king.
Yeah,
It is good as
and I like it
already, and I have it at 0.2.
The thing I don't like about Idea Maker is it seems like the things I slice with Idea Maker take longer to print than the things that I slice with Cura.
They do. Idea Maker does not have the optimum order of print. Right. And I've been writing them about it. Like when it does the shell count.
Yeah.
Like, here's your item. And let's say you got a bunch of holes. Cura and Simplify 3D will hit the hole and do all 3 shells. And then go to the next hole and do all 3 shells. And go to the next hole and do all 3 shells. Idea Maker does one line, goes to the next one, does one line, goes to the next one, does one line, goes to the next one, does one line, then returns back to the first one, does the second line, turns to the second one, does the second line there. So it takes longer because there's a boatload more travel moves.
Well, and with the size of some of the things that I'm printing, we're talking about a difference of it's 8 hours to print in Cura. It's 13.5 hours to print in Idea Maker.
Yeah,
you got something because it's usually about 20% more. 15 to 20% more. So you probably have something else set differently.
Yeah.
Because the other thing is Cura I found way underestimates, and Idea Maker actually overestimates. If you're going by the actual estimation,
right on.
Idea Maker is almost always overestimated. If it tells me it's 10 hours, it usually prints in like 9.
Okay, I was gonna say because Cura's usually spot on for me. Within
terrible for me.
5 minutes, give or take.
I'm usually an hour at least off with Cura. Anything over 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, no, I ain't that far off, but I'm close.
So, like the thing I'm printing right now says it's 7 hours and 23 minutes. So we'll see.
Do you use Cura to do your acceleration and jerk, or do you just use your firmware?
Firmware.
Okay. Then your firmware must be really close to what Cura is setting it at.
Well, when I first installed Cura 3.4, I was having layer shifting issues on the y-axis with the S4 badly, and it was because Cura was overriding the jerk settings and it was jerk setting a 20 on a 400 by 400 bed. So with jerk setting that high, it was shifting like 2 or 3 millimeters every time.
It wasn't controlling the jerk; it was making a jerk.
Right.
Oh, that's crazy.
And I mean, you could hear when it would do it, the whole like the whole shelf would almost
Yeah.
topple over because it would jerk the printer so hard and so fast.
Yeah. Because what do you have your jerk settings at?
I think they're at 10.
Yeah, mine are at 8, so similar.
Yeah, I think I'm at 10 on the
my acceleration. I've kicked down to like 8, or I think they're 800 on the Core XY and 500 on my i3.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What mine are.
Jerk setting is 10, but yeah, Kira was overriding it to 20.
Yeah, well, 20 is default.
Yeah,
So you should just set it at 10 and see if it'll do it.
and 20 on the S4 was layer shifting. Pretty much.
Yeah, it's jerking the whole frame around.
Yeah.
Instead of compensating for the jerk, it was creating a jerk. That's what people don't get is jerk doesn't create a jerk; it compensates for the jerk.
Yeah.
You know, it's supposedly it's basically like sound deadening headphones are supposed to do.
Because when I first noticed the problem, I kept trying to adjust the tightness of the belts, slow down the print speed. I was down to like 30 millimeters a second, and I had tried the belt in every tightness you could imagine, from being what I'm sure was way too tight to being way loose, and everywhere in between, and I was still getting it. And that's when I stumbled across on TH3D's website a known issue within Kira. You need to go in on the S4 or S5, you need to go in and disable the jerk settings because it'll overwrite your firmware. Jerk
first
settings.
thing I do is turn all that off.
Yeah. So once you turn that off and you go back to relying on your firmware's jerk settings, you'll be fine. And I did, and I was. So
the other thing to do that people don't realize with Kira, you can make it start up and run so much faster, like ridiculously faster, if you get rid of all the presets for other machines and other setups and other materials that you'll never use. Like Kira has like 5,000 preset printers. If you just save the 2 or 3 that your printers actually are and delete all the rest of them, the thing will load like minutes faster.
Wow, okay.
Because it's sitting there loading all that stuff. All the presets, like the you know how it shows like the bed in the preview?
Yeah.
All those little FDR files, if you delete all of those, it loads that much faster because it doesn't need to load those.
Oh, cool.
And it loads them every time. I do it for a Mac. I don't know how to do it on a PC, but if you do it on a Mac, if you just go on the app and you control click on it, it says show contents, and you just go down and freaking delete everything pretty much.
This is how I run Kira fast.
Yeah. Well, mine's an SSD too. I have one of those really nice SSDs.
I can say with relative certainty, I will never own a Ultimaker printer.
Why?
They're too expensive.
They are
I could remove all those profiles.
But you never know. They might donate you one, so don't say that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If they want to give me one,
you could just win the lottery and have so much money you don't know what to spend it on, and just buy an Ultimaker.
Oh yeah,
You're just rich, so why not?
If I win the lottery, everybody in the chat right now, I'll buy him a Ultimaker S5.
All right, let's make sure he wins the $5 lottery, and then he's gonna go out and shell out some money.
No. It has. I don't play unless it's a big one.
It's big right now.
Yeah, win $5.
What is it, like 5 billion right now or something?
There we go. Now I'm in chat.
The Powerball. Nobody won the last Powerball. It's like the second biggest it's ever been, or some crap.
Yeah,
it was all over the news this morning.
Yeah, if I were to win the Powerball, everybody S5s for everybody.
Very kind of you, sir.
If you want to hear something sad about Ultimakers, our local school went out and bought 10 of them. They bought 10 Ultimakers for the school, and their IT guys have no idea how to do anything with 3D printing, so they're actually sitting collecting dust.
Oh my god!
That's how you buy them cheap.
That's actually a good reason to buy an Ultimakers, even though they're more expensive. They're actually one of the easiest to get up and running.
Well, hey, these guys are.
Hey, how's it going?
Well, it sounds like you need to offer to do a consulting service for them.
Yeah.
Well, I already got with the teacher. and got 2 of them running for his classroom. But what's even worse is we started looking at them, and somebody's been scavenging parts off them.
Oh, wow.
That's a little dicey right there.
Brand new machines, and somebody's in there taking parts out.
Yeah, there's not too many parts you can take off an Ultimaker to use somewhere else. They're pretty proprietary.
I have no idea what they think they're doing with.
I think that's my next printer. Is I'm going to build a Ultimaker style motion one. I'm really not happy with the Core XY. It's too
Good morning, Ron. How's it going?
What's the difference in the Ultimaker motion arrangement?
Ultimaker is an X rod motion.
3 is 4 hours ago.
Instead of having an X and Y belt and rod, there's 2 rods and they cross each other right dead center over the hot end. And you pull the whole rod and they slide on each other instead of having multiple tracking areas. Does that make sense?
You don't have a wire
where the effector is basically is the cross point.
Yes.
That seems like it's prone to massive failure.
No, it's actually more stable than most. That's why the
It might be
Ultimaker
stable, but I mean, it seems like it's easy to break.
No, it's actually, and what makes it even better is because of its setup, they actually use like 5mm rods instead of 8 or 10s, and they're plenty stiff because of the way it mounts. There's never more than half the rod to bend and flex because of the way the bearings mount on it.
Interesting.
So they can make it really light and move really fast.
You don't have a Y moving bed. You're not moving the whole bed.
Yeah, well, that's true of any decent. I'll never build another. That's the only thing I might get an Ender 3 just because they're so cheap and they work so well. But anything large, you're better off not having a sliding bed. You're just introducing variables. I mean, people don't realize this. The motor, you set your motor amperage, and as you build up plastic on it and it weighs, your amperage needs to increase to carry that much extra weight.
Yep.
I mean, the plastic doesn't weigh that much, no. Then you start adding a glass bed and all that crap, and you get the variances, and then you got to slow your print down because there's so much, jerk and vibration in it because you're sliding that big piece of glass back and forth.
Awesome.
Where if you just move the head, your X and Y variances are going to stay the same, which is why I like the Core XY, but I'm not happy with the Core XY.
Say, this is my other project I have going.
What's that, like a CR10 clone kind of thing?
Yeah.
Why did you put the motors on top? Is that a Folgertech?
No, it's just kind of a bastardized version of everything.
That's your own?
Yep.
Motors really need to go on the bottom. The whole motor on top thing is a really, 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 really bad thing. And I'll tell you why. Because it screws up the couplers. By putting the weight on the coupler, all couplers are designed to be compressed, not be stretched. The minute you put all that weight and you start lifting that head, that coupler is carrying the weight. Not only that, as the head slides back and forth.
Well, surely there are couplers that are
your coupler is going to do this because they're springs. They're literally springs. So as the weight goes over to the left side coupler will compress, and as the weight goes to the right side coupler will compress.
Certainly, the standard coupler
is running all the way down to the base, though. So
I've got the bearing supporting the rods.
Yeah, but that goes right through the bearing. There's no cap on it, right?
What, these are?
With bearings, what is it? The end still doesn't support.
Yeah, it's actually screwed. There's set screws. It's set screwed right in.
Okay, so it's a little better, but still.
Yeah, so it's actually
motor should always be on the bottom with the coupler underneath it. Just for that reason, there's too much variance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the grub screws hold the rod, but it's not. You're still getting weight variances. I mean, that granted, it's probably unnoticeable in your case. Are you going to do a Bowden or direct drive?
I'm going to try the Bowden first, just to try to keep the weight off the weight off.
So they'll actually have, that'll have less of an issue because it'll be so light that the minute you add the motor and the extruder and everything, you might get some weight variances. But I mean, it's fine. But in general consensus, the motor should always be on the bottom.
You know, damn thing.
Is that it's just something to play with?
Yeah. Yep. It's kind of what that thing is now. And that thing. All of mine are. I built that from scratch. That puppy right there. It's all 100% my design. It's Core XY. I'm not real happy with it. And that's my complete rebuild, if you can see it, of the Max Micron. And there's not much left on it that's original Max Micron except for the actual frame.
I had a guy that sent me.
How big is that?
Makers. Oh, that one's going to be 500 by 600.
Really? That is big. I was thinking from the looks of it, it was like 300 from that bed, but
I got a 300. I have a 300 bed on it. Just
that's the same thing I did. My Core XY is 490 square cubed. Is its final build volume, but I got a 300 bed on it because that's all I could afford.
Yeah, I got it.
D, you looking at the chat there, Matt Pupil?
No.
From Indiana?
From Indiana. Who's D? I don't know. Anyway.
I ended up getting a...
Yeah, I mean, it'll work. I'm just...
I got a maker select off a gentleman that needed it fixed. It was running and then shutting down and resetting and shutting down and resetting and open it up, and on a Melzi board where the connection for the heated bed had actually melted the pin. Actually burned it.
They didn't tighten it down proper.
Yes. I had to replace the trace on the board.
Perfect guy in my chat. How you talking about?
If my nephews are coming, I should charge up some batteries to my cars. That way we can race RC cars around in the driveway.
What you talking about? Anybody know?
What?
The V.
Oh, D, yeah. He just got it listed as D.
Yeah, I don't know. We are getting close.
How's that freaking bolts printing out all standing up tall like that? Is it wobbling around on you yet?
No, not like yesterday. Boy, you should have seen that sucker yesterday.
It was dancing yesterday.
That's kind of a tall, skinny bolt.
That's the vinyl cutting.
What are you printing at, a PLA?
That's D. I'm sorry.
That's some bright orange, too. That orange or yellow?
3D Hero, I got it. I don't have none of my pumpkin crap here. I made a bunch of pumpkins and stuff.
Yeah, what is that, Tanner?
This orange is crazy bright. This is IC3D.
See, that looks almost brown in the video.
Yeah, it does.
It's probably so bright that the camera can't compensate for it, because I mean it is literally so bright that if you look at it for a long time, when you blink, your eyes hurt.
Oh, that's IC3D's fluorescent orange, huh?
Yeah, it's super bright, like obnoxiously so, and that's why I'm printing a sports car with it.
There you go.
Because sports cars should be obnoxiously
bright.
Right.
I'm gonna go get a couple batteries out of the garage. I'll be right back.
All right.
Nothing makes me roll my eyes faster than seeing somebody driving like a Ferrari, and it's like a boring color like silver. Like you bought a Ferrari, don't buy it in silver.
There's a neon orange.
Yeah, that's pretty bright too.
How big is this again? 130. 138.
Yeah, the sports car has not been coming along very well for me because every other body panel I've tried to print has failed.
Oh yeah.
I've tried printing the front twice; it failed both times, and this is the fourth time now trying to print the back. I'm wasting time and filament.
Yeah.
Wow, that's not going to work as a lighting technique.
Wow. Wow. Looks like you're looking into the sun.
Yeah, that's not going to work. Let's try maybe
How far?
this. Maybe marginally better.
And I ended up actually wrapping a piece of paper around it, and it softened it up.
Yeah.
That's 55 minutes.
What are we looking at here? This is the bed that's okay. So if I put this up like
Vroom,
this,
vroom, baby. Let's go fast. Yeah.
no.
Gotta get the battery out. Here you go, Tanner. Print some of these.
Yeah.
I could print the body. I could design and print bodies for them.
No, you really couldn't because they wouldn't hold up.
Well, no,
I've tried.
yeah.
Believe me.
If you wreck it, it's not going to last. But.
Yeah, well, no, these things. You and I jumped these things like 15, 20 feet without a problem. And what's
Well,
funny?
I need some sort of power.
This one's a little bit faster. The green one. This is about $100. This one was 40. Shipped to my door. This one actually has an aluminum body.
Oh wow.
Wow.
And it's half the price. And it's not quite as fast, but it's close enough. And it's, other than that, it's the same thing. I mean, the parts are interchangeable, like literally. Drivetrain, everything, they're almost interchangeable. But one's aluminum and one's plastic.
You remember the old Golden Arrow and Red Arrow RC cars that Radio Shack had?
No, but I used to have a Grasshopper. Remember the Grasshopper?
Yeah, I remember the Radio Shack RC cars. I got 2 or 3 of them, and then what happened?
I've got one of the Golden Arrows and one of the Red Arrows sitting down in my case, down in my gun room.
Cool. I think mine all died. And then I graduated to buying electronics parts from Radio Shack and never thought again about their toys.
Yep.
I still have my Archer soldering tool kit somewhere here. That was my remember with the yellow plastic handles. Anyway, those handles always snapped off, so, or at least when I started using them after 30 years.
Here's a blast. Here's a blast from the past.
Oh yeah. Yep, right here. We all got them.
Some batteries.
This is the old analog.
Oh, you got the analog one. Okay, no, I got.
This is Radio Shack's copy of the old Simpson 60 meter.
Yeah, I thought I was doing well. I got the digital one, and that was my first purchase as a kid. From my my lemonade stand money. that I made when I was like 8. Of course, now it's dead, and I gotta do something about cleaning up the contacts. I might be able to get it back in working order. I don't know.
I was a calibration technician in the Navy.
Charging the batteries up.
I repaired and calibrated all the test equipment in the service.
Huh. Oh, I saw a thing. The guy, Dave Jones, who does EEV blogs, was talking about he went to a.
It must be really
wait
obnoxious
for the
next to the
flight
mic,
to
huh?
end. Yes. Dave Jones of EEV blog apparently went to a military surplus auction of some kind and bought like 30 oscilloscopes, and they all said things like calibrated 2014. Well, it's out of calibration, so we'll just sell it.
I love these things.
It's a very strange.
Quadcopters are cool.
Mentality.
Yeah, I gotta kind of date myself, but I was calibrating back in the 80s.
What were you calibrating in the 80s?
Everything. From scopes to meters to signal, everything. I was a calibration technician for the U.S. Navy.
So you're as old as I am then.
Probably a little bit older.
Probably younger. I'm older than I look.
Yeah. And I'll be 55 in April.
I'm a month older than you.
I'm older than I look too.
Actually,
I can guarantee.
Yeah, but you're still younger than me.
2018. I'll be 54 in March. So you're a year older than I am.
March, I'll be 48.
Yeah, I'll be 42 in March.
Puppy.
I'll be 42.
Your birthday's like
Young
a day after or a day before mine, ain't it, Ricky?
I'll be 43 in January. It's nice not to be the child here.
We got 2 puppies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ricky,
Well, my grandson is 4.
Isn't your birthday like a day before or a day after mine or something like that? 28th. Mine is.
Your what? Your birthday's when?
The 28th
Of
March.
Oh, mine's the 18th.
Oh, okay. I thought yours
Mine's the 3rd.
23rd.
I was born 3/3/65.
3/18/76.
Uh-oh, we lost Tanner.
And my wife thankfully isn't here, so I won't get killed for saying this. There's a period of time between January 6th on her birthday and March 18th on my birthday when there's technically 6 years of difference in our age instead of 5.
And my wife are actually the exact same age except for 3 months. She's 3 months older than me because she's January 29th and I'm March 28th.
Yeah, no, my wife was born in January 6, 1972.
I was born.
And she would kill me if she was home and heard me giving away her age.
I was born in 61.
Hey,
Yep, I'm a hippie
Papa,
child.
good morning. Yep, it's still morning.
She's all the time giving me a hard time, saying things like, you're going to leave me for some 23-year-old. I'm like, honey, I didn't like 23-year-olds when I was 23. What makes you think I'm going to start now?
Yeah, I know.
I got to remember that line. That's good.
Hard to read.
It's the truth.
Oh, it is absolutely
it
true,
is the
but I've
truth.
never heard it phrased that way. It's absolutely true.
My whole life I dated older women,
Yeah. No, it's interesting how that works. I guess I dated older women up until I hit about 38, at which point that shifted.
Oh, when you finally reach the age that
Right. Yeah, exactly. And then
Hey, Wally, how are them threads printing? Oh, they see it starting to print threads.
Pretty good. They're getting point in the life where it's time to look for a good spot to settle down.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm at the point in my life where I got rid of them all, and I just leave me the hell alone.
from a very early age, I was the marrying kind. You know, that's what I wanted to get married and settle down and have kids and all that. So,
I mean,
well, that's cool. That's admirable.
I have 4 older brothers.
We will admire it from afar.
Yeah. I have 4 older brothers,
I started having kids at a young age. I mean, you know, I was 20 years old when I got custody of my daughter, which is the only relationship I had in my life with a woman that was younger than me was my ex that I had my daughter with, and ended up taking her to court and suing her for custody and having her found unfit and
I still find that remarkable. That's. That was an impressive story the first time you told it.
I was 20 years old when I got custody of my daughter, and it was it was crazy. But like I said, looking back on it now, she's 21. You know, she's grown. She moved out of the house. It doesn't feel like it's been 21 years.
Say we got no babies left around, so we're actually looking at. I'll show you here.
And my wife had her first child at 20 as well. So, my stepdaughter is 26.
Say this is a place we're looking at now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it looks nice. Where's that? Florida or California?
A little bit further. This one's down in outside of Manila. But there's the view from the front.
Looks like a hurricane.
All right. I need a USB cable. You have
nothing wrong with that.
Cable.
The funny thing about it is everybody's asking is it's in a nice little gated, secured community right down on the beach. And for $65,000.
Oh, nice.
Did you say 65? Wow.
Well, it's one of those things with the cost of living adjustments, you can do pretty nicely.
Well, and you figure the average housekeep down there for this one for water, electric, everything. That's including the fees for the groundkeepers and the maids to clean the house and everything is about $300 a month.
That's insane.
So you can definitely make a retirement stretch. The only killer piece would be away from the grandbaby.
Right.
You really need to change that picture on your thing there, Tanner. You look like a 70s hippie.
What's that?
I don't know. When your video feed dies, every once in a while your video feed cuts out and your little icon avatar picture pops up. You look like a 70s hippie.
Just a musician, and my hair was a little longer. I wear a ball cap most of the time because I don't feel like messing with my hair anymore.
And that's why it's cut like this.
Yeah, I've done that a few times. I've shaved my head. Not no more.
Especially down here in
Springtime, once a year I'll shave it.
Blasphemy.
You don't have to cut it very often.
Back in the 90s, I had the epic, country singer 90s mullet.
Yep. It's kind of what it looks like you got in that picture.
Well, no, because that's not very long in the back. It's just a little bit long in the back. In the 90s, man, I had hair down to like there.
Yeah,
but it was long on top too. You just never saw that part because it always had a cowboy hat on in all the pictures.
Yeah, you'd laugh if you saw me back in the late 70s, early 80s, because I was at 14 and I had a full-on beard and mustache and long hair, and I literally had, at the age of 14, 15, I had a full down to my belly button ZZ Top beard.
Oh man.
Where is that? Okay.
And I remember
I was a scrawny little dude. I was skinny as hell when I was 17. I didn't get fat till I broke my neck. Then I got real fat.
we're all sitting here trying to figure out how that relates. How to relate the two. Was that just?
Well, I mean, I was a 70s. I mean, I was a true hippie.
What?
I was a true hippie with the long hair and the long beard and the.
But no, breaking your neck and getting fat, was it just the extended hospital stay?
It's the extended you can't move stay.
Yeah.
They bolted my head into a freaking halo brace and you don't move for 6 months straight.
Yeah.
It's a rather unpleasant experience.
I imagine.
That doesn't sound like anything I want to mess with for sure.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like too much fun.
Not on my to-do list.
Put it this way, I have you know how most people have a do not resuscitate? I have a do not halo clause in my insurance. They ever go to bolt one of those things on me again, I'm like, screw you, let me die.
Wow.
Dude, they freaking throw 4 screws into your skull, right through your skin. No painkillers. You cannot have painkillers while they're doing it. And they're taking a freaking Sears torque wrench and torquing a screw right through your skull. While they have 20 or 30 people hold you down. Rather unpleasant.
Yeah.
And a nurse poking your big toes going, does that hurt? Does that hurt?
That's even better.
You tell me.
Not kidding. It's unpleasant.
The nerve conduction tests, they're so much fun.
I need to find a cable.
It's always fun having needles shoved down through your body parts and then electricity run through them.
Yep.
So anyways, back to 3D printing. Now that we've talked about just about everything but.
Yep.
Not me, man. I've been trying. You guys just
How
don't.
far along with my little quadcopter body? 26% after 2 hours.
I'll tell you one thing that I have tried is I love them now. Is these they're the little splice connectors you heat up, and they've got the low temperature soldering ring in them.
Oh, really?
Oh, for doing joints? Yeah, I hope you're not using those for the hot end or the heat bed, right?
No. This is just controller stuff on the Arduinos and stuff that I'm doing.
Yeah, that's fine. People are like, oh, yeah, you can use that on your heat bed. It's like, yeah, but every time the heat bed draws any serious juice, it melts that solder back down to liquid again.
There you go. There's a 17-year-old me right there. There you go.
Holy crap, what a little pretty boy.
But they're great.
That's going way back. So, yeah. Where's the stop sharing button? No.
Yeah, you're a country boy.
Makes me a pretty good living.
If it works,
I'll do it.
Well,
I make more doing that than I did being a lead PHP developer.
Yeah, we'll move out. Ready to. You got to find a new job.
And being a lead PHP developer made me want to, almost some days throw myself off the top of the highest building I could find.
Well, PHP will do that too.
But that's because that's not what I got into programming to do. I didn't get into programming to be a PHP developer.
I don't think anybody does.
I got into programming I want to design video games.
Yeah.
That's why I got my associates in computer programming and my bachelor's in digital entertainment and game design. Ended up building websites.
Yep, that's always fun.
Corporate websites at that. We were doing.
Oh, that's really fun.
We were building custom content managed websites before things like WordPress and Joomla existed.
When was this?
Let's see. I guess I stopped doing it in 2009 was when it ended.
Yeah.
I guess I started in 2002.
Right about that time, I was doing development of the Scoop content management system, which was an offshoot of Slashcode.
Yeah.
And we made a business out of that, or I made a business out of that for up until I still got a couple of clients that are still using it. But open source software you can make a living on it. But it was great. I spent most of my time doing support through an IRC channel. And at one point I got this message that says, we're running a Scoop site and we really, we're concerned about the configuration. We have an event in an hour and we're concerned that the site's going to go down as soon as traffic pops, bumps up on it. Oh, okay. Well, let me, take a look at your configuration. Just basically send an Apache configuration file. So it's johnmccain.com. Oh, really? Nobody tells you these things, but that's the nice thing with open source. Everybody grabs the stuff, and you can get it widely deployed very, very easily. What was the point of that story? Oh, content management. Fun stuff. You guys are doing custom design stuff, though?
Yeah, we would build a content management system. Now we had, basic modules where we, had a basic place to start, but then we would build a custom modules for whatever they needed.
Right.
So we would, if they needed it to have the ability for them to have users to log in with security and all that, we would just add the login module and add the, database for the users, and then we could go in and customize that, and if they had certain needs for their users to be able to do this or that or the other thing, and then we would have modules we designed for if they needed to be able to upload and exchange documents, so you could actually we had a PHP script that you could take a JPEG and it would convert it to a PDF.
Yeah.
Printers are, they got one running. What's up with that? How many printers you got back there now?
Who are you asking?
Tanner.
Yeah.
Oh, I know how many you got. You got one that you tear apart more often than you print with.
Well, there's that.
I've got 4 right now with a 5th on the way.
Wait, what's the 5th one going to be?
TiVo Tornado.
Oh, TiVo.
Hey.
Yeah, well, I bought the TiVo Tornado and the Ender 2 off of Chris Riley, really cheap.
Oh.
He wanted rid of them.
What is he sending it to you?
No, I am paying him for them, but
no, I know, but I mean he's sending it to you. You didn't buy it.
Yeah.
I'm not I know TiVo is a really bad company. I don't like them as a company.
Well, see, the nice thing about buying stuff secondhand from Chris Riley is it's already had Chris Riley's magic touch.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, it's already been gone through.
It also gets UPS's magic touch.
Right. Well, yeah, the USPS did a number on the Ender 2, but I got it all back together now, and it's doing well.
Are you ever going to print with that thing ever, Colin?
I'm preparing to do that right now.
Ever?
Actually.
Have you print with it since Earth?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever saw that printer printing. Ever.
Okay, well, first of all, it did print at Earth, and you just weren't paying attention. It then
I don't believe you.
It then died at Earth,
Actually, you had it printing just as I left Earth, didn't you?
I had it printing then too, but I had it printing most of Saturday morning. It died Saturday about noon because a sensor died. So that was this. Hang on.
You guys don't know, me and him were side by side at Earth on the table.
Yeah. So that was.
That's how I actually met him for the first time.
and then it took us like 3 hours on a live stream to realize who we were. But yeah.
You have our condolences.
Yeah, I know. It's
for which one, me or him?
No, I feel
probably for him.
Yeah, maybe both. But
we had fun.
Oh yeah, I still have your vases here. They're pretty slick. So here's what was at Earth that I took off. So that's the old extruder assembly. And so what I've been doing over the last couple of weeks is getting parts in and putting together the Prusa style extruder that I've got on here now. And yesterday I got Octoprint and Octolapse working. So yes, today I'm actually going to print something.
Not that I should say anything. I wouldn't have gotten my Core XY would have never printed it or if it weren't for Max. He's the one that got it up and running.
Well, that was just a networking thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's because of the whole frickin' duet BS.
Yeah. All right.
But you got to say, the more I use that board, the more I like it. But their network setup, they rely too much on web. It's like, allow me to plug a USB in and control it when I want to.
What on earth?
Don't want to have to go through a web interface all the time. It's a nice interface. It works well when it's working. The problem is it doesn't always work, and it disconnects a lot, and blah, blah, blah. It's the number one beef with that board. And that's why I want one of them Maestro boards or Mastro or whatever that M3D came out with them. I hate M3D.
Oh, the board they're made that Duet's making for them for their crane.
Yeah. Printer. Well, Duet was saying they were going to sell that board separately, and they do through M3D only.
Oh, well, and maybe they made an exclusive deal with M3D.
Yeah, well, they did.
Made it. Okay, so they don't have a choice.
Yeah, that board is made for M3D's new 5-core color changing whatever unit.
The crane quad.
Yeah, which is, but that's a company of all the companies that have gone under, after this 3D printing boom. That is a company that should have gone under.
Well, I would still like to get my hands on a quad and just see if it's any good.
What? Oh, the crane? Yeah, but they're using all the same crap they used on the little M3D Micro. You realize the extruder motors are little itty bitty DVD motors? They're only about that big.
Yeah, yeah. Well, because how else would you put 4 direct drive motors on a tool head?
Yeah, but it still needs to be able to push the filament.
Right.
And that's their whole problem. If you read anything about them, they work great until they don't because it jams. Because the stupid freaking motor doesn't have enough oomph to keep the filament pushing.
Yeah. What's that company? There was a company that's made a small, lightweight direct drive extruder that supposedly has good torque.
I have no idea.
Oh God, where was it? See if I can find it now. This was a couple months ago.
I was working with my brother to do a dual motor extruder where you do your normal Bowden extruder, but then you actually take your second extruder motor and you make it a really tiny one like E3D or M3D's little baby one and make that right on the tool head. So it's still lightweight, can move around, but now you don't have the big long Bowden tube lag. You'd have 2 motors. You'd have a big motor that does most of the pushing and pulling and a little motor at the actual extruder that's super light that would take the lag from the Bowden tube out, which I still think would work. that makes sense.
I thought there were printers where that was implemented, where you've got the.
I haven't ever seen one that's got a micro motor at the extruder.
Huh.
Oh, the Zesty Nimble.
Well, arguably
That's the flexible drive one though, isn't it? Doesn't that use a flex drive?
I don't know. That's what I'm looking.
Arguably, the MMU2 does that exact thing. Obviously.
Remote direct drive. The Nimble extruder comes without the weight penalty you usually get when using direct drive. Stepper is mounted away from the extruder. Power is transmitted using a drive cable and gear set.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it uses a flex drive.
Yeah, they had them for the Deltas too.
Yep, it's a flex drive.
Yeah,
which
Still
is
got a lot of
a
slop.
very unreliable, slow, slaggy. I use flex drives. I mean, granted, the flex drives I use at work are not the same precision as those, but
so it's like having the flex drive thing off like a Dremel tool.
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
Okay.
And the problem is those things have lag too.
Yeah.
You're basically taking the lag out of the Bowden tube from the filament and putting it in the drive motor.
Right.
Yeah. And every time it reverses, it's going to have to, there's basically a big flexible spring in there. So as it torques up, it's going to have lag. And then as it untorques, it's just going to untorque before it moves the tool head. Right. There's a couple of guys, they came out with that a few years ago. And the problem is that the other thing with those is they wear out really fast.
Too long.
Right.
I mean, I buy a new one every 6 months for work. I don't use it that much.
For too long.
What's the matter?
For too long.
You can't see it. You got it off the actual camera.
No, I don't. I got it on the upper left camera right here.
Yeah, but it's only on half the
picture. You're holding it out. You're holding it out of frame.
All right, hang on.
Too long. It should be the dimensions you gave me. It should be just great.
This is the dimension I gave you.
Because I made it like 2 millimeters short of what you gave me for a spread.
Looks like you made it 2 or 3 millimeters longer.
Well, here, I'll do it again. That's easy.
No, it's all right. I'll make it work. I'm just giving you crap. That's what I'm doing.
Put a washer in there. But no, let's print another one. It doesn't take that long to print.
This is 86.25.
And what did I make the throat? I thought I made it 85.
Yeah.
You made it 89.
Well, that would be the problem.
26. I can just shrink it down. I can drop the height down. Oh no, that'll change.
No, you can't because that'll screw the threads and everything up.
Nah, that's all right. I'll make it work.
No, it take me 2 seconds to change it.
But it'll take me 2 hours to print it.
Yeah.
And your nuts don't fit either.
You're right, and it'll look cool.
I told you your nuts wouldn't fit.
Yeah, that should be a point of pride, though.
I mean, the whole point of printing this thing is to make it look cool, so let's make it look cool.
No, I mean, if you want to do it, go ahead. I'll just print it like later, not right now.
Yeah, that's fine.
I lost my nuts now.
What did I do with the bolt? Nothing bolt. The extrusion is edit feature. Oh yeah, I did 90.
Yeah.
That would be the problem. It needs to be what, 86? So if I do 85.
Yeah. 85 or 84. Do 84 just to be safe.
I'll do 84.5. How's that?
But otherwise,
you want it where it's small diameter. It's
the diameter is really good. I mean,
yeah, I know, but the threading is a 12 millimeter and the slip sleeve is 14.
Yeah, but your nuts
So
don't
you
go
want
on
that
there either. So
You want the slip sleeve as far as you can so it doesn't miss that last piece.
I can't get your nut on there either, so.
What's that?
The nut don't fit either.
What do you mean it don't fit? Should fit right on there.
Fit. I don't know what else I can see, but it doesn't fit.
I'm in fusion right now, so I can't see it.
That's what I mean. I mean, I can make it work. It's no big deal, but I'm just giving you more crap. Because I can. I've been working on it. Actually, I'm printing another nut right now. Actually, I messed it up, but that's all right. I shouldn't have went that way. I should have just went that way. That way. Damn it. 0.
That should be right. Then I can add the chamfer back on.
Looks like I'm already messed up. Oh, it's printing a fucking one anyways.
Yeah, I still haven't fixed that part of it.
Oh, it's just too low. That's what you want, Rick.
Oh. You know, when you start printing something, you should really put the clamps on your bed.
That would help.
Yeah, I was wondering why I was printing 3 more, but I actually think that's what it is doing, but put the bed down and clamp it on, dummy. Oh, hey, I didn't even hear you leave. I look. You want to check the clamps? Yep. Actually, just watered them, but yeah, I'll check them again because I watered them just the other day without you asking me. Watered them. Alright,
let's see my thing.
Oh, Snakies, I was supposed to print slinkies, man.
Yeah, I'm not really into printing the slinkies. Yo, done and uploaded.
Okay, thank you. Oops. Just one cookie. $9 goals. Reject. Reject.
What, did we lose Tanner?
What?
Oh, there he is.
He's still here.
I didn't see your goofy red hat, so I didn't know.
Hey, this goofy red hat's 5-0. The
Is
team
it
it
really?
represents, anyway.
I am not a watchy sportsy kind of guy.
Especially
I am.
baseball.
If I want to play sports, I go out and play sports. I don't want to watch somebody else and pay them billions of dollars to do it. I want to go have the damn fun my damn self.
Anymore. Might help if I put my build plate back on the X1. Which, again, I will say I love this. I love the X1's build plate.
Well, see, and you just about did what I did. You know, I just didn't clip my bed down. I love
what build plate is that?
Huh?
The one that comes on the X1 that's like that fiberglass composite like stuff.
It's Lexan.
Yeah, it's just It's reinforced with something.
Yeah. But do yourself a favor. Don't do like HTPLAs on it.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
protopasta.
You can't really do anything very crazy with it because there's no heated bed.
Yeah. Oh, that'll help. But because I did Lexan. Lexan's great. If you ever use Lexan, people don't talk about it, but Lexan's an awesome print bed for PLA and PETG. But it has two issues. One, if you use any of the modified HT-PLAs, high temperature PLAs,
yeah,
they fuse to it because that's what actually Lexan is an HT-PLA. And two, it curls anything above like 40 degrees or 50 degrees on the print bed.
Right. Well,
so if you print at zero, no heat, it's great. Then if you accidentally screw up your Z height and you drop a hot nozzle into it, it'll go right through it like butter.
Right.
But yeah, it works great. I got an Lexan sheet. I had an Lexan bed forever on my.
I almost want that can't be what this stuff is.
I went to the magnetics, man.
Could be that, but it's got the build surface on it because it doesn't look like PEI really.
Yeah, I don't know what this is reinforced with, but you can see there's something like interwoven inside of it.
It's probably got Lexan with some kind of screen or something in there to reinforce it.
Yeah.
Lexan's a great bed adhesive. I mean, it works beautifully for PLA and PETG. It's terrible for ABS.
Little glue stick, and I can print PLA on it all day long. It sticks wonderfully. And then when I get it, just take the binder clips off the bed, flex it a little bit, and print pops right off.
Yeah, that's why I went to the magnets, is so I don't need the binder clips anymore.
Yeah,
I've driven my nozzle into the binder clips just too many times.
Yeah, I've drug the nozzle across and pulled them off a few times.
Yeah, well, I've ripped them right off the bed. I've broken my heat break tube. It drove into the clip and I didn't catch it in time and it snapped the heat break tube right off.
Yeah, I had to be more careful about how I orient my prints when I slice them and then where I put my bed clips in relation.
Yeah, well, it's always because I always do a starter primer like line down the front or side. But I did these. I made my own. I didn't go out and buy this. This is just a sheet of freaking spring steel. It's not even spring steel. It's regular steel. I got it at Lowe's. It cost me like $4.
No.
Then I bought a bunch of these magnets.
Okay.
At Lowe's. The whole thing, all together, like $12. And then I don't even glue the magnets on. I actually glued blue tape to my magnets. So if I decided one day I don't want to leave the magnet on there, they just peel off. They're all blue taped onto the bottom of the bed.
There you go.
So if I want to move them or reorient them, I glued the blue tape to the magnet, stick it up under the bed. Done. And then same thing, it just flexes. And it's a piece of, I'm trying to remember, I think it's 20 mil steel. It's just regular galvanized coated steel sheet. Actually, it's not even galvanized. It's just faced. Yeah, it's regular steel. It's not even galvanized. And it sticks like a bear. Nothing. These magnets are great. They did little round ones on that, and they're not as good. The only reason why I did the only bad thing is the swinging beds like you guys have with the i3s. You don't want to use these big magnets because they weigh a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Where these little ones I got here, they're not as strong, but I just double them up. Same thing, I stuck them under the i3. And they got plenty of power. I got like 6 of these, and this is a lot lighter. I have noticed if I heat the bed up real hot, that it starts to lose a little juice in the magnets. But I only print PLA on it, so I don't need the bed that hot. I usually set it at 40. Right now I have it at 70. It's the hottest I've ever had that bed. The PETG.
So I just had something really strange happen. Sliced the file, told to save to the removable drive. I could see it pop up there. I clicked the thing to say, remove, eject, and it said I could safely remove it. I removed it, took it over to the printer, put it in, file wasn't there.
Yeah, I've had that a couple times.
Just wasn't there. I'm like, okay.
Did you put it back in the computer and it wasn't there, or?
Yeah, put it back in the computer, wasn't there. So I don't know if Kira told me it saved it and it didn't.
So,
but like I said, the window was up, and I could see it pop up in the window over here. So, I don't know.
Your little SD card was smoking crack this morning.
Yeah.
So, Tom, aside from the fact
this
that
this one is such fine quality, it has no brand name on it whatsoever.
You know what?
Oh, that's the ANET.
I found those work just fine. I got a bunch of those.
I scavenged this one out of my son's drone.
This is what I got right there.
Name off of Amazon.
No, I got these at Walmart. $2.50, man.
There you go. PNYs are not bad.
PNYs are perfectly respectable. They work quite well.
Yeah,
especially for $2.
Yeah, I remember when they first came out, they were the cheap of the cheap of the cheap cheaps. No one would buy those.
Yep.
Yeah, I got this. I scavenged this little 4-gig one out of my son's drone.
Yeah, that's a no name
that he got for Christmas like 3 years ago, and the drone was like $100.
Yeah.
Oh, Tom, it's worth pointing out. Aside from the fact that my printer is actually printing right now.
Holy crap! Is it?
It is.
It's just moving around. I don't see any. I don't see any filament coming out.
You're going to have to sit around for an hour and watch it. Yes,
there's no filament coming out of it.
Of course, there's filament coming out.
No, there isn't. All I see is a black bed.
That's because I've angled this in such a way that.
Yeah. Excuses. I don't see no filament. You guys see any filament?
You're a fucking pain in the ass.
I'm just busting your ass.
So here's my proof that I actually printed something. Here you go.
You printed a freaking Walter gnome.
Yes, I did, but check it out. There's not a single layer line visible on this thing.
What filament is that? That looks pretty nice.
Isn't it? That's Strong Hero 3D. That was the filament I was trying to print with at Earth.
Oh, is it that silk stuff?
It's the Strong Hero 3D metallic silver, I think is what it's called.
Right. Yeah, there you go, Jake. It's invisible filament. So, like, if you guys go on Facebook at all, they're passing around the dehydrated water image.
Sorry about the check, guys.
Put in a pan, heat it up, add water to your dehydrated water. Makes a quart of water.
I don't know. I haven't seen Don. Couldn't tell you. Yeah.
He's too good for us today.
Doesn't feel good today.
I've been looking for truly optically clear filament. Nobody's been able to provide anything even remotely like it. I know Joel Telling found something that was, I guess it was he was printing with 100% infill with like Polymaker Polysmooth or something, and got things vaguely optically clear, but not quite. But
yeah, you can't print optically clear in reality.
Not truly, not in an optics sense, but in a
because there's a bubble between each layer and each line of each layer. There's a hollow.
Yeah, but it would still be interesting, for example, to print in a clear PETG all the parts for that extruder, for example. That would be kind of neat.
I'm hating to say this, but the most clear material I've printed with yet, and this is really clear. Matter of fact, I had some. I think I printed it at Earth.
Yeah,
with it,
right. I've got it over here.
The Maker Geeks crystal.
Yep.
And if you print it really hot and really slow with no fan, that stuff comes out clear. You can see right through it.
Yep. This stuff.
Yep. But that had the
It's
fan on it.
beautiful.
If you go with no fan, it's optically clear.
Wow. Cool.
But you still get, You still get layered distortion.
Still layers and so on, but I mean, it's a cool distortion. I mean, it's like yeah,
that's just Maker Geek's Crystal Series.
Yeah,
clear filament.
Because anything that causes an inconsistency, I can talk today, really, in light refraction or reflection, either one will cause it to not appear clear.
Yeah, well, I know. It's not like I was trying to print a lens or something. I just wanted to be able to see inside my extruder.
Yeah, I don't even think you'll be able to do that really with any of them. Because you're still going to get too much distortion between literally each line and each layer.
Yeah.
Like as the nozzle draws next to it, it's a round. You print round. You don't print flat.
Yep.
You know, it's a round tube you're putting out. So
yeah.
Where the two round parts touch would be okay, but the void in between is going to be a hollow and give you.
But if any film vendors want to send me some samples, if any film vendors want to send me some samples to try this with, let me know.
You know what you can do?
Bigger and it works now.
You can try it with that vase, Colin.
Yeah.
Anneal it.
I'm not sure I like this vase. I'm not sure I want to try it.
It shouldn't have a problem because that's the Maker Geeks is all HTPI. You should be able to anneal that.
Except that I've got a gas oven.
No, can't do that.
There's no annealing in my oven.
Get a toaster oven.
Yeah.
Yeah, toaster oven will cook it too.
It's tough to find. You gotta find the right stuff to do that.
See that, Tom?
Yeah. You can boil it in water. Toaster ovens, the elements are too close.
Yeah.
Tom.
Yeah, looks like it threaded on there, all right.
Bigger, and it screws right on. I made the nut 5% wider.
Oh, you know what? I didn't put any clearance in the threads. That's why.
Oh yeah, I could tell.
I just thought of that. I never clearanced the threads. I made them exactly the same. I can usually, when they're exactly the same, I can usually thread them on anyways. It's just, you got to work it a little.
I started screwing up the threads on the top.
Yeah.
All right.
They're kind of big threads too, so.
Yeah.
That might just be sag and overhang.
Sad ass overhang.
I kind of have to.
Oh, let me get this here now.
I put up the shorter bolt, by the way. I don't know if I told you.
Oh, here we go. Now I can actually use the other camera, maybe.
Yeah. Where's my freaking drill? There it is. We're gonna make ourselves a washer.
You know what you should do if you want to see through it is
by a window.
Use like the eSun's Crystal Series blue, so it matches your blue printer, but it's transparent.
Oh, that would be cool. Huh. That'd be neat.
They have the glass. That's actually, I have some right here somewhere. Where is it? I just bought the glass series blue. Oh, right here. This is semi-transparent. It's pretty much transparent. You can see right through it.
That's nice.
eSun Glass Series Light Blue.
Of course, the other side of this is you would need enough infill in this thing to render it almost.
Yeah,
almost
the minute you add infill, it's
anyway.
gonna.
Yeah, it's not really gonna work.
It's either got to be no infill or 100% infill, one or the other.
Yeah. Tough either way.
You know, I wonder if you could do no infill, but do like a heavy shell count.
What, like 6 or 8 10 shells or something?
Yeah, do like 6 top bottom, 6 shells.
Yeah.
And just leave it hollow. And if the, I mean, you'd still have 2 layers, but it still might be transparent enough to see through it.
Huh.
Or at least reasonably. I mean,
Yeah.
you're not going to get a clear image, but you'd probably be able to see the parts in there spinning around.
I'm also not going to get a rigid extruder. But yeah, it'd be cool.
Yeah, no, if you do like 6 or 8 layers, it'll be rigid.
Maybe.
Especially with PLA. People don't realize PLA is stronger and more rigid than PETG or ABS.
Yeah.
It's just brittle.
Well,
but it's almost twice as strong and rigid as ABS.
when I was assembling this thing, I was joking that the Pusa style extruder is an extruder from because they got so many.
You're like away from your mic or something because I can't even hear you.
Oh, is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. I was joking that this, as I was assembling it, I was joking that this thing was the extruder for masochists because it's got so many fasteners to deal with and little pockets and pocketed nuts and shit in the thing. That, but having used it a couple of times, it's really solid. It makes a huge difference. I thought it would just look cool, but it really does make a huge difference in terms of the rigidity of the printer.
Yeah, would you use PLA or PETG?
It's PETG. No, it's ABS. I did this in ABS.
Binoculars.
Yeah, ABS is actually one of the weakest. ABS is really weak. It's just flexible.
Well, I mean, you do it for temperature, but yeah.
I'll be right back.
If I had black PETG, I would have used it. But,
I just drilled out one of my other nuts and fit it in there, Tom. Well, you got it in the right spot. See, double nutted on that end.
So what are you building with that?
Oh, that's for the Wally bot.
Oh, you're moved along that far that you're assembling. What part of that was it?
Oh, that's just the eyes.
Oh, okay.
And that one's going to be a desktop model.
Yeah.
For people to play with.
All right, here it is, 1 p.m., and I'm just now making my first cup of coffee of the morning. That's a bad sign. But yes, I need coffee and food or something. I'll be back. Let me know if my print dies.
You know what time it is?
Through. It's like 1 p.m.
It's noon.
But to answer your question, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yes.
It's 1 o'clock on a Sunday, which means it's rum and coke time.
Yep, football games will be starting.
And just so you know, I don't drink that much. I really don't.
Time you're online.
People
right?
think I'm kidding.
I
You know what's
know,
really
Mike,
funny?
Mike, if you weren't demonetized before, you're about to be.
So I don't know if I told you guys this before, but back at Thanksgiving, I bought a bottle of this Barber rum. Really good, really good rum. Like amazingly smooth and yummy. It's like ridiculously awesome. Anyways, I bought some back at Thanksgiving. About a month ago, I was running low. That's how long it takes me to drink a bottle. It's been, what, 9 months, 6 months? So I had friends over that were hanging out. They were here for a week. They moved, camp out in the yard and hang out for a week or two. And they're like, oh, let's have a rum and coke. I'm like, I'm almost out, but no biggie. He goes, okay, we'll buy you one. I'm like, all right. Didn't think about it. I had to do a job trip down to New York City just before or just before the Maker Fair. So I bought a bottle while I was down there because, of course, there's nothing to do but sit in my hotel room and drink every night. So I come back, and they bought 2 bottles. So now I have 3 bottles of this stuff, and the stuff lasts me like a year. So I have about 4 years worth of rum.
It's not a bad problem to have.
So my 4-year-old rum will be 8-year-old rum by the time I go to drink it, hopefully.
That's funny. But guys, it is noon, and I've got to shut her down so my uncle can watch football.
Football?
Yeah.
Cheers.
And so I've got to rock and roll. I want to thank everybody for coming. Please like, subscribe to everybody on the panel. Ricky will be on Tuesday, 8 a.m. on his channel. I'll be on again tomorrow, 7 a.m. And really appreciate everybody coming.
All right, who's going to start up the new stream?
Somebody can. I'm not.
Yeah, you can.
It can't be me because my internet won't.
This internet
Google
sucks.
Hangout.
So
Yeah, mine sucks too. Yeah.